All right, folks, I think we are officially live on the air for the AFC North War Room. Welcome to the AFC North War Room.
As you can see, there was no intro.
No intro because...
Normally we do one, but we're not doing one tonight because the Steelers don't deserve it.
No, but also we don't have a War Room intro yet. That's still in the works. We have something planned up our sleeves for future ones, but it's going to be a recurring thing throughout the season, which is the AFC North War Room, where we pretty much live stream during AFC North teams' games, whether that is against one another, like tonight with the Bengals at the Ravens, or it just could be a Ravens game, a Bengals game, a Browns game. We did one of these in the preseason, so now, obviously, it's Week 5, it's prime time, it's Sunday Night Football. This is the battle for first place in the AFC North. Unfortunately, it does not involve the Pittsburgh Steelers, but here we are.
Here we are, live for Sunday Night Football. Should be a good one, though.
Should be a good one, man. At least it should be a good game to watch. For us Steelers fans, it's kind of rough to watch, knowing that both these teams are in contention for first place. However, keep in mind, our sole win so far this year has been against the Bengals in Week 1, so at least we still have that to hang our hat on if you wish to do so.
At this point, I mean, it don't matter, right?
Hey, we're not seeing a lot of wins this year, so I'm going to hold my hat on to any dub I can get. So the fact that we beat the Bengals Week 1, regardless of how it went, I'll take it.
I suppose.
I will take it, man. Why not? But it's the AFC North War Room, man. Bengals Ravens, man. We're talking about two teams that have been up and down to start the season. Bengals started off very, very much like a Super Bowl hangover, very similar to the Rams, who actually just lost to the Cowboys. But now they're trying to build their way back up to first place. The Ravens themselves, I mean, their offense is electric. Lamar Jackson starting to become back to the MVP caliber player. Mm-hmm. The defense, however, is absolutely atrocious. It's caused some of the Ravens' leads to be blown. Some of that also has to do with Harbaugh's questionable decision-making as of late. But this should be a good one, man. It's AFC North Rivalry. Despite the fact that the Steelers aren't in it, any AFC North game is a must-watch. It's a competitive division. Not exactly the strongest to start off, but it's a competitive division nonetheless.
Yes, of course it is.
How you guys doing in the chat, man? DHunt28 says, and we back. We are back, man. We are back. How are you guys feeling after that loss earlier? How are you feeling after that loss? I'm kind of cooled down a little bit. I wasn't exactly too heated because, I didn't go in expecting much, but to get blown out by 5 scores and our worst blowout loss since I believe the one Browns game where we got shut out 51-0 sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Probably since the Chuck Noll days, really.
Yeah, the late Chuck Noll days.
Late.
That was before Kyle came in.
Yeah, the last bit of Chuck Noll, man.
The Fiends in the Building says sup. What's up, John? Corey says yo. Sup, Corey? Same thing to Davis. The Fiend says fire Tomlin, Canada, and trade Claypool and Mitch. I'm not on the fire Tomlin train yet. He was definitely questionable today with the fact that we're down 3, 4, 5 scores and he just elects to kick field goals. I don't understand it.
I mean, I can't. No, I mean, nobody should be able to defend Tomlin for that. That was dumb.
But as for Canada, I'm definitely for getting rid of him. And Tomlin said in his press conference that he's not declining any, transitions to any role, anywhere. That includes the coaching staff. Now, it's all talk, or we're going to see some action. We saw a little bit with Gunnar Olszewski being sat for Steven Sims today. Could that translate to the play calling a little
bit? If Tomlin wants to see production from his players, it's something that he has to do.
Right. Jack Crick says, hashtag let's go flock. You are a Ravens fan, man. And a respectable one at that, I must say.
Mm-hmm, of course.
Davis says, fire Canada. I agree. Corey says, I meant to ask y'all thoughts on Bray Wyatt's dope-ass return. I marked out.
Oh, dude, it was fantastic. I couldn't believe it.
Last night was a fun watch, was Extreme Rules, but that return was incredible. Everything they did, you couldn't book it better.
And it was something that, I'm sure a majority of wrestling fans were expecting.
Yeah.
But there's just the way that they did it and how they did it.
Yeah.
The creative, the lighting, everything.
But I'll tell you what, man, I'm incredibly excited for Bray Wyatt's return under a new creative I suppose.
League creator in Triple H.
Administration, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be.
And we saw a glimpse of it, in late 2016 to early 2017.
Right.
When they brought back the brand split. So, and Bray was great in that run.
Yeah, you're right.
That's where he won his first WWE championship.
Yeah, exactly. We got Bengals next, so I'm doing a lot of studying this game. So the Saints had the Bengals next. That's interesting. That's good to note. The Saints actually got a very good win versus, I believe it was the Seahawks today, 39-32 or something like that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, Taysom Hill got 3 touchdowns.
4.
Okay, then.
He threw 4 touchdowns, too.
Wow.
Yeah. But what I want to keep noting is how the heck does the Seahawks with Geno Smith keep scoring 30 points, but we can't even score 1 today? Notice that?
I say the same thing about how Belichick was able to shut down the Lions with a third-string rookie quarterback starting his first game.
I know.
And how the Texans even managed to be able to beat Jacksonville.
Football is weird, man. Football is very, very weird. Like, throw all the logic out the door, honestly.
Oh, Dan, scoot over real quick.
Nice.
You're like way over into that frame.
My fault, yeah.
Scoot over a bit. There we
Nice
go.
Toke says legendary jersey, boys. Yeah. Sporting a Bobby Boucher jersey today. Kind of going twin identical for the live stream, because why not? Literally everything's identical.
Yeah.
Is it worthy rooting for Cincy for division/playoff tiebreakers, or is it impossible for us to do anything? Stanton, man, I don't know anymore. I don't know. I'm lost. I mean, I suppose you could root for Cincy for that tiebreaker factor, but I don't know how much of how competitive the team's going to be up until after the bye. Until Watt gets back, until we get Austin involved, until Pickett gets a little more experience, until the schedule lightens up. I don't know how many dubs we're going to see.
I don't know, man.
So I don't know if it's worth rooting for anything when it comes to the division. I think we're last place right now.
Yes, we are. We're down. We're at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. When do you guys think the Steelers fire Matt Canada? They don't. I don't think they do.
No, they don't fire coaches. It's not part of their tradition.
No.
It's not part of their culture.
That's not part of the ownership. They don't fire coaches. The last time they fired a coach, I couldn't tell you.
If anything, they'll let him go after the season, but expect Steelers to hold on to Canada for the rest of the year, and that's unfortunately, a Tomlin thing.
It's not just Tomlin thing, it's an ownership thing.
Still, though, the Tomlin is so loyal to his people.
Right.
To his coaches and even some of the players.
I noticed that.
And it bites us in the ass.
It does.
And it's a pain in the neck with Tomlin. It really is.
But the game has started, and thus the Bengals get the ball. They go empty. Screen to Jamar Chase, and he'll get 11 yards right there. Does Jamar Chase. Let's see. John says hello. What's up, John? Steelers might win 3 games this year, says Gary. If we win 3 games, I'll take it. What are you guys drinking? We are drinking same thing we drunk for the Steelers game, Yingling Oktoberfest.
Yeah, not bad.
Yingling is my go-to, and since it's October, Oktoberfest, why not? Always remember, drink responsibly, never drink and drive. I do not condone underage drinking.
1st and 10.
Another screen pass, but that's wrapped up immediately by Marcus Peters.
To Jamar Chase, which is no gain there.
No gain there, yep. I slept through the Steelers game. I couldn't believe that score. I envy that you slept through it. I honestly don't think we'll beat the Saints. I don't think so either. Maybe if Watt's back. And Rare says he's going to that game.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe if Watt's back, but I'm honestly not that confident. Thoughts on the Millette situation? What Millette situation? I haven't heard anything.
Millette situation?
I haven't heard anything about Millette.
Did I miss something?
I must have missed something.
I know there was something about, something along the lines of Steelers players were calling Bills players trash or something.
Really?
Because of what happened with Shaq Lawson and AJ.
Appenzi,
yeah, that guy. Apparently Appenzi said something. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. That's all I really heard. I didn't hear anything about a Millette situation.
The one thing
I
took out of that game towards the end was the fight that Pickett has. Being taken down by Shaq Lawson was a dirty play by him. He didn't have to aim low after he already seen that Pickett was going through the throwing motion. But the fact that Pickett fall back like that, that's what I want to see from the quarterback.
No, it just goes to show that he's not going to be pushed around. He may be new to the league, he may be a rookie, but he's not going to be pushed around.
Right.
You got to admire that in Pickett. That's what you love about, that's what you want in Pickett. You got to admire James Daniels even standing up.
For his quarterback, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That will be a incompletion short to Chase, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals will bring on the punt team. Let's see. Steelers fans, as myself, need to show patience and take it week by week. Steelers' depth has been poor from previous years, and add to that, never having early picks doesn't help the Steelers fill either. I mean, this goes on to where I say that every team's going to have their down years. Every team's going to have their rebuild, and this is ours.
Yeah.
It might be a year or two. It happens. It's a normal procedure in football with every organization.
And we've been overdue for that for a while.
We have. So if that's the case, which it's more evident than ever before right now, so be it. Just enjoy what we got.
Exactly. This stuff happens. You know, this team's young, and it's going to take time for them to grow and mature and get better.
Right.
And communicate. This ain't the year for anything much, but it's the year of growth.
Right.
That's all I'm seeing out of this year.
Let's see. If y'all could put together a Steelers team of any past or present players, who would you put on it? Like a legend team. God, that's going to take some serious thinking. Like a full legend team?
Well, you can probably damn well bet all these names up here are going to be on that list.
The list. Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would have to take me some time to really think about all the players.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, head coach is Chuck Noll.
Right.
Head coach is Chuck Noll, that's for sure.
That's a serious process thinking moment right there. It's a process thinking question. Where are we at? Steelers are like long investors in the stock market. Don't make many quick changes until time proves otherwise. It's a good analogy. Who do y'all think we will take in the draft? That I don't know, because I don't know what spot we're going to be. I know it's going to be early.
And then, at the same time, I don't really know a lot of players going into the draft yet.
I hope it's offensive lineman at least.
Yeah. Specifically,
a left guard or a left tackle.
I think for me specifically is left tackle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not on Dan Moore anymore.
No.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
Me neither. Where are we at? What's up, SteelTwins? I'm so glad that I missed the game today because of work. What an embarrassment. We need to get better. Steelers for life, no matter what. I'm forever bleeding black and gold. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, man.
Yes, it is, man.
At the end of the day is what it's all about. Will Anderson and T.J. Watt will destroy the league. Oh, man. Steelers currently hold the number 1 pick. If you were in office, who would you draft? Again, that's going to take some thinking, but I'm mostly going offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Mostly.
You got to secure that offensive line.
Yep.
Offensive line's been better than advertised this year, but it's still got some holes that need to be fixed up.
Yeah, totally. Specifically on the left side of the field.
Yes, especially the left side.
Will Anderson, I'll tell you what, Will Anderson would be nice.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Opposite T.J. Watt.
Imagine that.
I don't think we need an edge rusher. Edge depth, absolutely, but I don't think we need an edge rusher. But Will Anderson, man, I don't know. Hey, I'm just gonna say this: if it comes down to it, where the Steelers boost the needs in free agency and they can go best player available, Will Anderson's the guy. But you're talking someone that very well could go number 1. We might have the number 1. I don't know.
Still too early to tell.
Emotions boiled over in frustrated Steelers locker room after the game Sunday as Arthur Millette could be heard challenging his teammates on their attitudes on the sidelines. Is that right?
Really? I did not know about that.
The players were laughing and giggling on the sideline, and Millette went on a rant. Well, if that's the case, I stand by Millette.
Okay, if that's true.
No Steelers players should be sitting on the sideline laughing and giggling and joking when we're down five series and we just got blown out.
We're being destroyed by an AFC elite, a Super Bowl favorite at that.
That tells me you don't take the team, you don't take the job, you don't take the team, you don't take the sport seriously.
No, you don't. And you don't take the logo seriously.
So honestly, if Millette did that and challenging his teammates' emotions and their attitudes on them not taking the sport seriously, I stand by Millette.
And listen, dude, you may, some of these players may just, play football for fame or money or attention or
hey, I made it.
Or just or just the fact of playing football because they love the sport of football.
Right.
It's more than that, especially when you play for a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, when you're representing a logo and the colors of what former Steelers made the logo, made the team, made the culture.
Oh, that's Devin Duvernay. Wow, he makes a move. Devin Duvernay, wow.
And I don't got to say it. All you got to do is go back and listen to Troy Polamalu's speech at his Hall of Fame.
Abso-freaking-lutely. No, man, you're losing like that, and guys are laughing and smiling on the sidelines. It's 38-3, and people are laughing on the bench. You have to love it. I guess that's what Millette said, and I stand by him 100%. That's a Steeler right there. That's a Steeler mentality.
Yeah.
Ricochet says, you guys wearing Bengals jerseys? No. We're wearing Bobby Boucher jerseys, because why not? I didn't even think of the color. It totally split my mind that we're wearing this kind of same colors.
No, I mean, hell no. I'm never
This is a Bobby Boucher jersey. Never wearing the Bengals colors. I'm wearing the Mud Dogs jersey. Do you think Canada will be fired tomorrow? No, I do not, Sebastian.
No, he's not going anywhere, unfortunately.
How crazy was that morning London game? That was really nuts. London games have been fun to watch.
Yeah, the past 2 weeks have been pretty exciting.
Normally, London games are bore-fest, but they've been putting on some decent teams this year.
Yeah, they have.
In fact, I won $48 on FanDuel.
Yeah, of course you did.
Game,
yeah, because Lazard and Barkley helped you get touchdowns.
And the Giants covered their spread.
Good for you.
So I'm a little happy.
$48 this week. Here's to you, man. Here's to you. Cheers. $48.
So $48, man. Hey, at least I got something to smile about today. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins with a nice run.
Alex says, I really hope Cincy wins. Let's talk about another takeaway. Robbins is better than we all think. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people don't want to admit it.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's a good point,
Edmonds he holds value. He really does.
Yeah.
Think of him how you want. Say he's a bust. Say he's a scrub. Whatever. He holds value. He's an every down starter. And honestly, this might have been the first game he's missed his entire career. He's in his 5th year. I love Kenny, but definitely should have went O-line last year and wrote it out with Mitch. No, I would rather ride it out with Mason.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have too. I understand why they brought in Mitch.
Right.
But, that goes to show him sitting under a year did nothing.
And if you're talking went O-line last year, I suppose you're talking about this past draft. I don't doubt that. I don't exactly argue that. But I knew they weren't going O-line. They didn't go O-line at all in the draft because of what they added in free agency and the guy they were going to stick with.
Yeah.
I looking back at it now, I didn't entirely agree with it. Lamar's getting pressured, and Mike Hilton, and he'll throw it away.
Yeah, former Steeler Mike Hilton.
Yep. I got 300 on the Ravens tonight against my a-hole boss. Oh, God. Well, good luck to you, Ricochet. Steelers have no pride. Seem like no one wants to win, says X-Man. You're right. I don't see it from a lot of guys. I see it from certain players. But not a lot.
No. I mean, you can tell who those guys are that care.
Right.
It's so obvious.
Hey, Jesse, what's going on? He says, I liked what I saw from Pickett today. We just couldn't score. While it's super frustrating to watch, we all got to remember it's a rebuild year. I'd love to see us get a top 5 pick and trade back for multiple picks. I could see that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I could see a guy like Omar Khan doing that. Because if we get a top 5 pick and then trade that back to get an additional first, I mean that's genius. I can see Omar Khan doing that because he's a little bit more open, he's a little bit more aggressive. And you're right, it is a rebuild year. We all have to accept that. It's a lot more evident now than it was before the season even started. So.
Now, what kind of pass is that?
Throughout the entire year, I don't know how much winning we're going to see, but just ride it out. Just enjoy it for what it is, man, and just pick out as many negatives as you can. But just also don't go in with many expectations because that's when you get frustrated. That's why you get frustrated. I learned that as a Steelers fan. I learned that real quick. Is when you get your hopes up and they disappoint you, you get incredibly frustrated. I learned that fact real quick that once you don't put your hopes up and the team actually disappoints, you can't get that mad if you don't get your hopes up.
Exactly.
So that's how I'm going this year.
Yeah.
I went into it that way. I'm going to continue it that way. Only probably a little bit more or less seeing the state of this team right now.
Yeah, it's not. It's oh my God, it's not looking good. Our schedule ain't looking good either.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry. There's not a chance in hell that we have a shot. I'm sorry.
Right. At what point do we accept that Najee is not the answer? People are just holding on to hope because he was our first-round pick. Warren's clearly better with 100 times more heart. I don't entirely disagree about that, about Warren's
Warren's
heart.
Been the better running back this year. He's definitely showcased it. Najee, I still love Najee. Don't get me wrong, and I still have hope that he burst onto the scene again.
Right.
Because there's no doubt what he did last year behind a horrible and much worse offensive line last year as a rookie. Right. I don't know what it is about this year. I don't know if it's a lack of trust in the offensive line for Najee. I don't know if it's something else or the coaching. I have no idea. I honestly can't explain it.
Right. I mean, Najee,
and it's inexcusable for Najee's play. He should be doing better.
But at the same time, it's been an up and down year for Najee. Not exactly all Najee's fault.
I'm not saying entirely it's Najee's fault.
Right. I'm not saying you are either.
But at the same time,
he's a first-round pick and a running back. They're not going to give up on him because of that investment they already made.
And I'm not saying they're going to give up on him. I'm just saying, as a first-round pick and as a Steelers starter, he does have to do a bit better.
You're right. I don't disagree.
But Warren has been, overall, so far, the better-looking running back.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's going to start over Najee. That's not happening.
No. The Steelers aren't going to do that because they already put so much investment in Najee.
Just hope that he does better, sees the holes, man.
Yeah, seriously. Steelers are just going through their 1980s downside. We will get better after this transition happens. Exactly, Sean. Every organization is going to have this type of downtime, this type of rebuild.
Yeah.
It's a natural progression of football. If you could get a jersey for any player from an AFC North rival, who would it be, past or present? None. I can't sport any other team.
I'm not wearing another team's jersey, man.
The only jersey I have in that closet that's not Steelers is a Mud Dogs jersey.
And we're wearing it.
Bobby Boucher. I mean, I'm not sporting another team's jersey, man. We've been saying it for years. Our culture seems off the past 5 years. It has. The culture is way off. It's not the same from the 90s or the 2000s or even a little bit of the 2010s. The culture is way off, and I don't get it. It's the new generation of players. It's some of the coaching and some of the players not instilling that past culture into the current guys. Like you saw, like with Hayward, he holds that. Watt, he holds that. And they're trying to instill that on certain players today. But the majority of the team is not in this fit of the black and gold culture.
No, it's not.
That's a shame.
And it's a major shame. Because it's not the team that we grew up idolizing, remembering, and loving.
No, because growing up, I didn't see much of disappointment from the team.
No.
Yeah, we lost, but it wasn't in rough fashion. It wasn't really disappointing and underachieving.
But even if they lost, though, they tried like hell. They went out there and busted their ass.
Right.
They showcased dignity. These certain players out there that are laughing and giggling on the sidelines while we're getting blown up, they have no dignity.
They're just, most of them are selfish.
They have no dignity. Oh, they got a field goal. I just noticed.
Yeah, they get a kickoff return, and the Bengals return will take this past to 30, man. Najee has to be playing hurt. He's showing no burst. That foot injury has to be nagging him. I've wondered that myself. That preseason injury has to be hurting him. Or one of the injuries he has. Thumbs up with Najee, man. He's still that player from last year, but not exactly.
No, I don't know what it is.
Right.
It could be something the Steelers are hiding. They tend to do that.
Right.
Especially Tomlin. Or maybe it's their usage of him. I have no idea, man.
Right. They go into center, does Burrow. Tosses it to Mixon. Mixon can't find the hole, and he's taken down.
Lost to 2 yards right there.
By Adafi Owe. Is that his name still?
Yeah. At least that's what I know him as.
I know it was Jason Owe, but I think it's Adafi now. Players laughing and joking on the sidelines. That's also on Tomlin, allowing that bullshit as a head coach. Unacceptable. Nobody is going to tell me he's not aware of this behavior. He condones it. There's been that type of behavior for years with the locker room, all the way back to the AB days and Bell and Bryant, and now you got these players doing TikToks in the locker room after a victory and dancing and shit. Like DeMarcus Allen, what do they call it? Walk in your trap, take over your trap, or whatever. Like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm personally not a fan of it. I think that shit's stupid. I think that shit's annoying. Yeah, you get one dub and then get slammed the next week. Where's your talking now? It's stupid. I don't like that shit, man. No. I really don't. So when I see players and their mannerisms and they're giggling and they're laughing on the sideline and in the locker room and they're chit-chatting and not even focusing on the fact that we just got blown out horribly, the worst we've had in team history in a long time, yeah, that's an issue. And Tomlin's done nothing about it for years.
Burrow's sacked.
That was on 3rd and 12. And thus, the Bengals will punt. Again, this Ravens defense came to play today.
It's Jason Pierre-Paul with the sack.
Jason Pierre-Paul, man. That is Jason Pierre-Paul. My goodness. I'm going to tell you guys, this is exactly how it felt back in the early 2000s when we were struggling with quarterbacks like Stewart, Graham, and Maddox. I mean, we went 6-10 before we got Ben. Yeah, I mean, again, it's the natural progression of football where you're just going to have to transition before getting that next quarterback. We hopefully have that next quarterback. It's really transitioning with this team. There's still a lot of errors, especially on the offense, the coordinating, the line's still a little sus. It's done solid the past couple weeks. But obviously, once you transfer from Ben to a new quarterback, I mean, it's not going to be easy, easy slotting.
Yeah, we're going to be in. We're going to be down a bit.
It's going to happen, man.
You can't go from a Hall of Fame quarterback like Ben to go into a rookie and expecting greatness immediately.
No.
That's just not how it works.
But it's the whole team itself as well.
Well, no duh.
Everyone was calling for Cowher's head at that time. Offense was bad then. Yeah, and then the offense started to, grow greater.
Yeah.
So just give it time, man. We have the youth at every position. Just let these guys grow together. It'll take a year or two, but just it's natural progression. My only hope is our rebuild doesn't take too long, so we can still have Watt and Minka in their primes. Yeah, that's my worry. Of
course.
Honestly, the best times to win with those guys, with Minka and Watt and Hayward in their primes, was a couple years ago. It was 2020. And I suppose 2021. And, of course, the team underwhelmed because the offense was trash. It was led by an aging quarterback that didn't have it anymore. And that honestly wasted some of the prime days for them. And although Watt and Minka are still the best at their position, in my opinion, Hayward's been a little quiet, but Hayward's still Hayward. Yeah, I mean, the clock is ticking on this defense.
Yeah.
The clock is ticking on when we can capitalize on how much we've invested on this defense. So we got to hope that the offense just grows together. And the biggest move we have to make outside of continuing to fix the left side of the line is an actual coordinator, someone from outside the organization. Let these guys run free a little bit. Plus, receivers need to start catching the football.
Yes.
I haven't said that all stream yet, but the receivers need to start catching the football.
Yeah, Deontay's been getting back on his drop train. If you know what I mean.
But that just shows you...
And Chase Claypool.
But that just shows you how many more issues we have.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Man. This team just sucks right now, man. I already think we have the pieces in place. Our young players just need to develop, and we need to still revamp the O-line, but I think we are closer than we are far away, says Jesse. I agree completely. And most guys are still locked up for a number of years. Most of the defense is locked up for the next 2-3 years. Most of the offense is on rookie contracts. The best time is now, man. Not this season, clearly, but in the next couple years. And I do trust Tomlin. They give it to J.K. Diamonds, who finds a big hole, gets a block from Andrews, and gets taken down by, what is that? Midfield, I believe. J.K. Diamonds with a big run, making his return after, a serious injury last year that took him out all year. His third game of the season, he gets.
That's how you run block.
That is how you run block.
You good?
Yeah, that's what the Ravens are best at. Yeah, the Ravens defense is trash, but they're stepping up so far.
Yeah, give it time.
Play fake to Dobbins. Lamar looks. He rolls out to the right, and we'll just throw it away.
Yep.
It'll be a 2nd and 10 coming up. Greatest thing is the AFC North hasn't been super great so far, so if beat all our division opponents, who knows what happens. That's true, man. The AFC North is competitive, but it's been off to a rough start for all teams, man. Honestly, the entire AFC North has been very underwhelming. It's also good to note each team is incredibly young, man. So the future for the AFC North is bright. But they're all having their issues right now. Again, football's weird. How Steelers didn't pick up JPP is atrocious because he plays interiorly and not edge.
He could play edge if he's in a 3-4.
Right, but obviously in a 3-4? I don't think he would.
I think he would.
No, he's interior.
No, in a 3-4, I think he could have played edge.
He's a 4-3-D and a 3-4 interior defensive lineman.
He could have played edge in a 3-4.
I don't think so.
I do think so.
I don't think so. I don't think he would have been a scheme fit.
He would have been edged up.
I don't think he would have been edge.
Well, there's no other place for him then.
Interior. But we don't need that because we have the depth.
I personally think he could have played edge. I think he's got the size for an edge guy.
I don't think he would have been a scheme
edge
fit.
rusher, yeah. I mean, that's your opinion.
I don't think it would have fit. And Lamar just got sacked there by Sam Hubbard. But there's a flag on the play. Scott Novak. Holding on the defense will take the sack away. Wow. 5 minutes left in the first quarter, guys. We should bring in an offensive-minded college coach as OC. I don't mind that. I want to bring in someone with NFL experience, though. I want to bring in someone with NFL experience.
No, I don't know about going with a college guy. If I'm going
we did that with Canada. Laughing on the sideline is totally unacceptable and disrespectful to the great players that have worn black and gold in the past, says Alex Dingy. Yeah, I agree. In fact, I didn't know anything about it until Electric Visuals put it in the chat. I had no idea. That's terrible to hear from the locker room. To think we have primetime games coming up, one embarrassed fan I will be. Well, you know, the Broncos have primetime games too, so. They actually have a primetime game next week. Monday night. I don't know why.
Who they face?
Who do they face?
If it's a bad opponent, I'm not watching. I'd rather watch Raw. But that's a good thing now.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, they face the Chargers.
They beat the Browns.
They beat barely.
Barely.
They should have lost. Twins, let me ask you. We get a top 5 pick next year. What you're grabbing? Offense, in my mind, is young enough and contracted for the next few years to maybe go defense. What are your thoughts, guys? I'm still going offensive line. The fuck?
What are you doing?
For some reason, it just said the OBS reconnected. Did we lose connection for a moment?
Why would we lose connection?
I don't know. So there's no drop bit rate, so I don't know what my computer's doing. But yeah, I'm still going O-line. I'm going specifically left tackle or left guard. But if it's defense, I'm shooting for corner. Maybe linebacker, opposite of Jack. Or it could be defensive end, but then again, we just took to Marvin Leal in the 3rd round. And the ideal spot is for him to be opposite of Hayward. So we did disconnect. That's weird. I don't know why I said we disconnected. There's 0 drop frames from Stream Elements here. That was weird. That's the first time we ran into a connection issue with Verizon Internet. That's weird. But as long as it's back now, we should be good. Yeah, Chargers vs. Broncos next week's going to suck. Where is Loudmilk? Is he coming back? He's an inactive. I don't know why. Lamar looks, and he's going to slip away, but he gets tripped.
Yeah, he got tripped.
That was on a 3rd and 15. With Tucker, they may be in field goal range, but
hold on.
I don't know if they're going to do it. Sweating.
Yeah.
It's hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah, fix the temperature in your room.
I can't do that.
Bullshit. Talk to Mother Nature.
Talk to...
Yeah. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Mother Nature can't control the weather in my room. What?
Is the heater on?
Maybe.
Oh, fair catch. Bengals got it. I'll be back. Hold up.
Yeah, a lot of milk's been out all year, man. Good, the heater is off. Good.
How about you? The camera angle's kind of bugging me.
It's bugging you? Now you say something?
I thought I'd get
Whoa. It's getting worse. Okay, that's still too far. Right there's good.
We gotta put tape on this damn floor. So we know where to put it. Because every time, this is behind the scenes, guys. Every time we go to film a vid or something or get ready for a live stream, it's just...
You put it the same place it was.
No, I didn't. If you go back, the helmet back there is more shown.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you happy now?
It's a bit better.
You happy now? What are the biggest concerns you have with our players and their play going forward? Deontay, well, his drops. Claypool, everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Najee and his injuries. The O-line and their just inability to grow as of now. And why do we keep getting spammers? Get out of here, man.
Come on, man. Seriously.
Why do we keep getting spammers tonight? What the heck, man? We're hurting in the trenches and deport Canada. Should have been done that, man.
Take him back where he came from.
Yeah, the Thursday game, Joseph, is terrible. Commanders and Bears, my God, you can't get any worse than that. But at least they should be able to score a touchdown like last week's game.
Now it's going to be pick after pick after pick.
I have a big-ass problem with every defensive snap. There is no physicality and just free releases over and over again. That tells you right there the coaches have no idea about disruptive defense. Yeah, and we have a three-headed dog on the coaching staff. And the defense, highest paid in the league, still plays terrible. And I know Watt's out, but that's no longer an excuse when you already anticipate him being out half the season. So, yeah. People need to start stepping up. I've been watching the Steelers for 30 years, and I've never seen anything like this. No effort at all, says Jason Atkins. I keep hearing that, man. I really do keep hearing that from a lot of you guys. There's no effort whatsoever. You're right.
None
whatsoever. And what really gets me is that there's just no pass rush. There's no pressure whatsoever. There is none. There's no effort from the defensive line. No effort from the defense.
Yeah, we had, how many sacks did we have week 1? 7?
7 sacks, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get one against, having a brain fart. Who the fuck did we face in week 2? Jesus Christ.
Wasn't it, what team was it? Well, wasn't it the Patriots?
It was the Patriots. We didn't get a sack against the Patriots. We got maybe, 1 sack against Cleveland?
I think it was like 2 sacks.
Yeah, 2 sacks. And then we faced...
the Jets.
Maybe 1?
Yeah, we haven't gotten many sacks.
We've gotten like 3 sacks in the past 4 games.
Yeah, when we had 7 in week 1. Yeah, that's rough.
So we got 10 sacks right now, at least from my counting, which that's got to be that's got to be low as shit.
And that tells you the importance of TJ Watt. We are 0-8 without him. We're probably going to be 0-9
this is going to be the first time where we're not going to lead the season in sacks for the first time in 5 years.
Yep. Again, ever since Watt came in, we led the league in sacks. What does that tell you, man? The resurrection of the defense started with who? TJ Watt.
What the hell was that by Burrow?
Well, Chase tripped, and they're looking for a flag. Every player's looking for a damn flag nowadays. Good Lord. Did Verizon have to run a cable into your house? No, we have the wireless connection. No O-line, no D-line, no accountability. No, the trenches are terrible, just like it was last year. Nothing's really changed. There's some new faces in there, but the play hasn't really changed. It's been rough to watch. When's TJ back? After the bye. Keep in mind, we have the Bucs coming up, then the Dolphins, then the Eagles before the bye.
3rd and 8, Joe Burrow drops back. He finds his target.
That's Hayden Hurst. On a 3rd and 8, and Hurst
He doesn't make it.
Not get the first down. That is Marcus Peters trash talking like usual. I remember running the ball on Steelers was impossible. That's why Tom Brady used to spread us out. Now anyone can do what they want. Anything they can do, man. Anything they want to do, they can. And they can succeed at a great level.
Yep.
Seen it the past couple weeks, man. The run defense used to be so great. It was the best in the league. Then Vince Williams retired. That took a hit. Stephon Tuitt had personal issues, and he retired. And there's been no plan for his replacement. That's being shown. He was a little more. That's a terrible plan. That's a good bounce, though.
It's a positive bounce, so it'll be taken down to 37.
I mean, there's just
38. We lost guys, man. It's like I mean, listen, the guys that we lost recently are nowhere near the guys we had throughout.
Clearly,
the early Mike Tomlin days.
Devin Bush is not a Vince Williams. Ogunjobi's not a Stephon Tuitt. We just gotta hope DeMarvin Leal continues his progression. We need to see more Loudermilk in there. I don't know why Loudermilk's a game day inactive.
Yeah, I mean, Loudermilk's actually one of the better run-defending linemen we have.
Loudermilk's inactive, but Chris Wormley isn't, and he has no effect in the run game. I don't get it.
He really don't. I'm sorry.
Loudermilk's inactive, but Josh Jackson can be.
Yeah, I know. He can be elevated and play on the field, but we can't have Loudermilk in there to see his growth, considering we traded a 4th-round pick.
Right.
To get back into the draft to select this guy.
Right. Yeah, you guys need help in the O-line and linebackers and cornerbacks and fire offense and defensive coaches.
It's good. Man, all these problems, man, that we're talking about throughout the stream.
I'm not on the fire Terrell Austin train yet, but if he were to go, I'm absolutely promoting Brian Flores as the DC.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But even then, the reason why Terrell Austin got the job was because Tomlin's been calling the shots for defense for years now. Keith Butler has been saying that. He said it during his retirement. Really made it well known. As for offensive coordinator, we need to go out and find someone that is not part of the organization. God almighty. Dashy says we need a touchdown. Yeah. Shout out to Dashy, man. Bengals fan. Yeah, it's a tough schedule, Saints. It is. Whole D-line except Hayward look like they're built like linebackers instead of linemen. They get no pressure because they probably have no strength to get pushed. We haven't had an NT since Casey Hampton. Big Snack himself. You're right. They're all skinny. Most players like that are. They're just bulky and built. But normally we don't have guys like that.
No.
We don't. The D-line has no push, none whatsoever. It's as if they might as well not be in there. Let's see. Harris is missing holes. No run game will not help Pickett. I do feel we have our quarterback for the future. We'll see what Pickett can do when everything's stacked against him. But I also don't want to put that all on him when he's already, he's a rookie.
Of course.
So but at the same time, let him run free. Let this entire offense run free. Just throw away the playbook and let these guys do it. Lamar throws downfield and it's caught. Devin Duvernay, who's stepping up big time, is going to have to step up even bigger because their number one, Rashad Bateman, is out. That's his 3rd catch of the game, man. Devin Duvernay having a really good breakout year so far. The defense shouldn't depend on one person. On the defense, these players should step up. You're right, Joseph. You're right. We can't depend on Watt. We can't depend on Hayward. We can't depend on Minka all the time. They're the 3 core guys we got, but those 3 guys can't do it all.
No, and they shouldn't have to do it all.
Marcus Peters is my most hated current Raven. I don't blame you. I think he's overrated. Play action. Lamar checks it. Caught. And that is by, who is that?
Robinson.
DeMarcus Robinson, former Chief. It's like they don't know what being a Steeler is anymore. No pride. No. They don't. Most of these guys are new.
The Steelers had alumni weekend not too long ago.
Yeah, they did.
Can they bring those guys back and have them in the locker room and talk some sense into these youngsters?
I feel like it should be a requirement that every time that whenever you become a Pittsburgh Steeler, that you watch a video of the history of this team and understand the importance of wearing the logo.
Yeah.
And understand like why you're on the team and what we expect from you.
And Hayward's made that extremely notable in many interviews.
Hayward,
Minka made that notable when he was doing a press conference after he signed his extension. So did TJ Watt last year. They mentioned the prestige of being a Pittsburgh Steeler, just the honor to be a part of this organization, play for the Rooneys, play for Mike Tomlin, play for the colors, play for the logo. And they want to show why they earn the right to have these extensions, and they have the right to wear that logo.
Minka, Watt, and Hayward are the only three guys I can think of on the team right now that embody the history of a Pittsburgh Steeler. And those guys are going to have to instill that on the current guys.
They actually represent a Steeler. They represent the logo. They represent the culture. And just to hear about these guys just on the sideline
laughing and giggling. Like I applaud Arthur Millette for speaking out about it. It's like we're down 38-3 and you're laughing. It's like, what are you in the sport for if you're just gonna laugh when you're losing? You accept participation awards? You accept participation trophies? God almighty, remember that?
Are we gonna have Ryan Clark have another rage fit like he did last year?
Yep.
Are we going to have Bill Cowher have to talk? Why should these former players have to say something when you heard this message last year? When you should know.
Here's the thing. We're hearing it every year from past players. Every year. Every single year. Last year it was Rocky. It was Ryan Clark. It was Chris Hoke. It was Brett Kiesel.
Alan Faneca.
How many more? Ramon Foster.
Oh, we're going to hear it again? I guarantee you throughout the week we're going to hear it again. And watch that apparently light a fire under their ass.
I don't anticipate it, though. Because it seems like every year, man, we're hearing the same criticism from the same guys for the same reasons, and there's no change. Oh, man. This team has been lost for years.
Yeah.
The culture has been lost for years.
I honestly say that the culture's been lost since Dan Rooney passed away.
Great point.
I'm sorry. As soon as he went, I think that culture went. And I don't think Art Rooney, Dan's son, I don't think he represents... He's a Rooney. He always will be a Rooney, but I don't think he represents like a Rooney.
Right.
Like how the Chief did, like how Dan did. How they cared about the sport. How they cared about the Steelers, how they cared about the players. I think Art's there just because he's a Rooney.
Right.
He's just there. He's here to take over his grandfather and his father's team.
Right. It's a family, what's the word? Like, family business. It's like
it's a family team.
Right.
They run the team.
It's a family tradition. It's keeping it in the family name.
But I don't think he represents what Dan and the Chief did.
No, not even close.
And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate.
It is.
Because I've heard stories about the Chief, right? And I read this book recently. It's called Steelers Dynasty. It's a book that came out, I think, in 2005, something like that. You know, the team that changed the NFL.
Right.
And I hear stories about these former players, you know, how the Chief would show up at practice and see how the team's doing. There's actually this one moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's this one moment where a new signee for the Steelers came in, and the Chief was greeting the teammates and greeting the coaches and everything like that. And the player made the play, and he knocked into the Chief and knocked him down, and he felt so bad about it. But then the Chief was like, man, I'm glad we have you on the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And absolutely. I hear stories about Dan Rooney, how he would always be at practice and show up in the locker room and, you know, congratulate the players on a big win and stuff like that.
Yep.
I don't know if I missed out, but I haven't heard anything about Art Rooney doing that.
No.
You know, ownership plays a big part in how the team feels, on how the morale is. Is Art Rooney getting in that locker room and talking to these guys? Let them know about, I appreciate you doing what you're doing for this team. Trying to help us win. Getting a win. congrats on the big win, buddy. I'm glad you're a part of this team. I have not heard anything about that.
Right. Now, that might all be in private. I don't know, but seriously, man, this team's been lost for years. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Ravens. I know we're really blabbing about the team right now for the Steelers.
Yeah, sorry. This is the AFC North War Room.
Right.
But, man.
That don't mean we can't talk about the Steelers.
I'm just thinking about that, and...
Millette, Josh Jackson, James Pierre versus Brady Evans Godwin. If that... Oh, God almighty. Yeah, because Wallace he left the game hurt with, I think it was concussion protocol. Of course, Witherspoon's been out 2 weeks with a hamstring injury. Oh, God bless us. Michael Morano says, I feel bad for Miles Jack because he's making plays while Bush is still being a bust. Do we take out Bush now? We should. We should take out Bush for Mark Robinson. And that's caught by Mark Andrews. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Mark Andrews. Baltimore is on the board. They increased the lead.
That was quick. And I was thinking real closely about betting on
Andrews
to get a touchdown.
I
was. I mean, I should. Come on. You can anticipate.
Of course you were.
But there's Mark Andrews with a touchdown and Justin Tucker. I'm just going to put the 1 point because, I mean, come on.
You're going to jinx him.
It's the point. Man.
The point.
Yeah, back to...
Can these teams just tie?
Back to Bush, man. I mean, I don't know why he's still on the field. Like, he honestly does nothing. He has his moments, but it's very, very rare.
Okay, he made it. All right.
And in that case... You know, we see a lot of Spillane, which I don't know why. Spillane does nothing. He's not really good at anything except run defense. But even then, he's limited because he has no speed.
No.
So why don't we put in a cat like Mark Robinson, and people will throw in the argument, well, he'll get bossed. He'll get tossed around by starting offenses. You might be right, but toss the kid in now and let's see what he's got. He looked very good in the preseason. He's undersized, but he has the same measurables as Devin Bush, but Devin Bush is on the field because he was a first-round pick. Mark Robinson, a seventh-round pick, in every game inactive, should see time on the field because what do we have to lose?
I want her to see something.
What do we have to lose at this point? I know damn well you're not going to be extending Bush this year. What do we have to lose at this point? Let's see some Mark Robinson. Why not?
It wouldn't hurt.
It would not hurt. Bring back Ken Wisenhunt. What's he doing nowadays?
I couldn't tell you.
What is Ken Wisenhunt doing? I'm going to search that up because I'm actually curious. I hate this keyboard. I need a new keyboard.
It's right there.
What is Ken Wisenhunt doing? Currently an offensive analyst for Penn State. Good for him, man. 60 years old. Good for him.
He's still coaching, man.
Good for him.
Hell of an OC.
Steelers have no wide receiver with a touchdown. Yeah, that's the first time it's ever happened in the first 5 weeks in team history.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the last time a team actually went a full season without a receiver scoring a touchdown was the Chiefs in 2014? 15.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to reach that level.
Are we on track of that?
No, we're not. No.
I don't know.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
I mean,
I'm just going to throw it out there.
Pickett doesn't even have his first career passing touchdown yet.
No, he doesn't. He might get it next week. I don't know. God, when you get these spammers out of here, God almighty, what's wrong with people?
They're still coming.
Depth is really a problem. Back when guys like Joey Porter and Casey Hampton went down, we had guys like James Harrison and Chris Hoke that came in and played great. You're right. The depth has been lacking for years. Years. The last time we had great depth at any defensive position, hell, I don't know. Edge a couple years ago when we had Dupree and Watt starting. Then Highsmith was the backup. Ultimately, Highsmith came in start the last stretch of the games because Dupree went down. We were good at corner when we had Hayden, Nelson, Hilton, Sutton.
Yeah.
That's it. Linebacker, I can't tell you if we ever had good linebacker depth. Maybe when we had Timmons and Shazier starting and then Vince Williams was the backup. Ultimately, Timmons left and Vince Williams was the starter. Shake and bake. God, I missed that.
I know, right? man.
Chris Evans takes this past the 20, back down by the 23. We'll see if the Bengals can get some points on the board and make this close. By the way, it is the second quarter. 13:22 left. Good point. His last full season, we made the AFC Championship after winning 7 straight. Since then, we're either been mediocre or started good, then fell off. Yeah, like the past couple years, we started off well, it's 11-0, right, and then we fell off. Last year, we started 1-3, and kind of rose back, made the playoffs thanks to the Jags and the Raiders, but still.
Joe Mixon runs the ball for a gain of 3 yards.
I'm with you guys. I really want to see Mark do his thing, says Michael. Yeah, seriously, why not? When are we going to see some Mark Robinson? We can't even score a touchdown, says Jordan Mid. No, bro. We can't even score 1 touchdown. Not 1. We could have if Tomlin was aggressive on the 4th downs, but no. And Boz missed 2 field goals today, man. That's how you know the Steelers were really off, was when Boz missed 2 field goals.
Yep.
We're down again.
What?
Apparently says we're down. No, we're not. We're good.
What the fuck's going on?
It's not an OBS issue. There's no drop frames.
Oh, no.
There's no Wi-Fi disconnection.
So it's
We're
YouTube.
on Ethernet.
It's a YouTube thing.
It must be.
It's fucking YouTube.
Yeah, Alex, I missed the bus too. I didn't really watch him growing up because I was too young, but I do miss his mentality and how he ran the football. Players take on their head coach mentality, not ownership. Yeah. Yeah, good point, X-Men. A lot of people agree with Terry Bradshaw when he said there is just a lot of cheerleading and no X's and O's from the coaching. Yeah. 100%. And looking back at it, he said that years ago.
Yeah.
3rd and 14, Burrow just drops it down to his tight end, and Hurst can't get the first.
Nope.
The Ravens defense came to play today. They have been battled with injuries. They've been absolutely atrocious, damn near bottom of the league, and they have come to play tonight.
Give it the second half. That's when
I agree.
Chase and them are gonna wake up. That's happened with Chase every goddamn game.
You're right, but I've noticed, man, like they shut out the Bengals so far, and this is AFC North football, man. You anticipate a shootout sometimes, but it's mostly heavily
they shut out
defensive.
the Bills last week too, and look what happened.
Right. These aren't Bengals jerseys. I didn't think of the color when I picked it out.
Dude.
This is a Bobby Boucher Mud Dogs jersey from the Bourbon Bowl.
You see that? All right.
See?
You see it?
Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher. You should have done it. Your name's Bobby. This is a Bobby Boucher jersey. I didn't think of the color when I picked out the jersey. That don't mean I'm taking it off.
No.
I'm not sticking up for Tomlin by any means, but we got to remember that Kara had 3 losing seasons. 2 of those were back-to-back. Might have a rough year or 2 before things pick back up, says Jason Rice. Exactly. It's natural progression with football, man. Kara led us to the championship game how many times? To a Super Bowl once in his first 10 years. And then he had a couple down years as he had a rough quarterback situation. The offense was poor. The defense was on the rise with certain guys they drafted. And then once we got Ben, we really started to progress. It takes time, man.
It does.
It's natural progression with football. Each organization is going to have a couple rebuild years. This is one of ours. And because Tom's going to have his first losing season doesn't mean he's exposed. This happens.
Was Bill Belichick exposed when he had Cam Newton starting?
Or when he lost Tom Brady? You could argue. But you see, I mean, they're going through a rebuild themselves with Mac Jones. It happens with football.
Yeah, it does.
It happens with a lot of coaches, a lot of teams. I'm not saying Tomlin's immune to criticism because he's not. He is not by any means. No one that sports this logo is immune to criticism, and I mean nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are. No one is immune to criticism. But I'm not on the fire Tomlin train because he's going to have his first losing season. I still trust Coach T. Does he have his mishaps? Does he have his issues? Does he have his coaching, hurtness? Yes.
Inconsistencies.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, he absolutely does. Today Belichick's defense shut out the number one offense today, and he doesn't have a Minka or Hayward or Watt, but he schemes and coaches defense better than what we get in Pittsburgh. That's Belichick for you, man. That is Belichick for you. It went all downhill when Dick LeBeau left. He made players great. What a loss, his legacy. Yeah, but, I mean, towards the end of his stint as coordinator, the defense was starting to get exposed, although it was also starting to get old. You've seen guys retire.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. Although I do miss Dick LeBeau.
Oh, of course, definitely.
I do miss Coach LeBeau.
His presence was so felt.
Yeah, it was. Man, I miss Coach LeBeau and Bruce Arians. Yeah. That was a good coordinator. No wonder why we've been to the Super Bowl twice with those guys as in the coaching realm. I know Arians was the wide receiver coach for the 05 team, but that's a stacked coaching core right there. Coaching staff. I'm down one beer. Cowher didn't have Big Ben his whole career. No, he didn't. He had him towards the tail end of his career. And was Ben a reason for most of Tomlin's success? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to deny that. But, you know, this is a new time for Tomlin. Mar Jackson gives it to, I believe that is J.K. Dobbins, who makes a man miss and keeps finding holes. That is not J.K. Dobbins, excuse me. Who is that?
Who the hell is that?
That is that Kenyon Drake?
Yes, it is.
That's Kenyon Drake.
And holy difference.
I forgot he was a Baltimore Raven.
Holy difference.
Yeah, I know. Welcome to my world.
Yo, everything's blurry.
Welcome to my world.
There we go, much better.
Welcome to my world, man. Yeah. Wow. Welcome to my world.
Wow.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's still kicking. You're right. The Seahawks aren't that great, but you see, even with Geno Smith, they're putting up 30 points a game.
They're progressive, right? They're getting points on the board.
Yeah, they're better than us.
Yeah, they are.
Certain coaches go through different times.
That takes me back that takes me back a couple months ago to work. I was talking to our Tom, our buddy,
right,
who's a Seahawks fan. Shout out to him. I told him, bro, you're gonna be the worst team in the NFL.
I thought that too. God, I should have told myself in the mirror, like, you idiot. Lamar dancing, then he overthrows it, it's picked off.
That is
Von Bell.
Yes, it is.
What a break for the Bengals. Lamar was dancing, bobbing, weaving. Deep shot, but he overthrows his target.
Nice job, Lamar. That doesn't help my cause because I got him in fantasy.
Well, whatever.
Every week he's throwing a goddamn pick.
Snack says my grandma calls a better offense in Canada, and she's not even with us anymore. Love you, Grams. Well, sorry to hear that, but I do agree. Losing hurts more than winning feels good. Yeah, that hurts. Those jerseys look more like Broncos jersey, not the Bengals. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the throwback Broncos.
See, it's a number 9 Bobby Boucher from the Bourbon Bowl. Wait, it's the wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
From the Bourbon Bowl. Come on, how are you a football fan and you don't have a Bobby Boucher jersey? Mix in, dancing around.
Or do not recognize a Bobby Boucher.
Seriously.
Mud Dogs jersey. Come on, man. Do you not see the blue?
Right.
Do Bengals have blue? Do they have this?
It really does look more like a Broncos jersey, like their Super Bowl jersey that John Elway won against the Packers, the helicopter.
Yeah.
Obviously, he wore a darker. It wasn't really.
It's like their throwbacks.
It wasn't orange. It was like
one of their throwbacks.
It was what they wore. Was it this past Thursday? The same jersey they wore this past Thursday.
I don't remember.
It was the blue, not blue, but kind of like dark jersey, kind of bluish.
Danny, I don't remember. I was halfway asleep before we went live.
I feel you.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride. You've seen all those memes, man.
Yo, it's so bad.
Broncos country, let's ride, and it shows Mile High Stadium burning down and fans running out.
Let me say this. Burning. Are we in better shape than the Broncos? Let me ask you guys that, all right? Based off what the Broncos got, right?
Are we better than the Denver Broncos
Or
are
we in better shape than the Denver Broncos? Based off what they have, what they were supposed to be.
What they paid for. $250-something
compared
worth.
to us.
I miss when our 4-3 was on the field. The opposing offense never knew where he would go. You know, a playmaker like Troy. There will never be another playmaker like Troy, Sean. The closest we got to that is Minkah Fitzpatrick. Yeah, the Mud Dogs were great, but what about the Shane Falco jersey? He did well, except for that Sugar Bowl. Steve says we're better than the Broncos. Thank you, Steel Twins. Ryan from Lake Tahoe. What's up, Ryan? Weed is legal. He said weed's legal in Denver, so that's a big plus. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I've never.
Maybe if you have a license.
You don't even need a license.
I mean, here.
Oh, if you have a license here, yeah, sure, but you don't need a license in Denver. Mixon. Left side, first down. It's taken down. That's a first down by the Bengals. Bengals are getting up the field, man. They're about to make this closer. We're younger on offense, so we are better. I like that. Now, the Broncos defense would eat Kenny alive. The Broncos defense is really good.
Nah, they probably would. Yeah, you're right.
The Broncos defense is very, very good.
Yeah, they're lucky they have that.
Yeah. And Justin Simmons was out last week, I believe.
Yeah, he was.
My aunt could call a football game better than Ken, and she hasn't watched football since she was in high school. And there's a flag on the field. So.
Oh, Baltimore called timeout.
Oh, so it's a timeout, not a flag.
Yeah.
So timeout, Baltimore. Tom will have Khan for the next draft, so who knows? I think Khan's going to be more so the financial wizard, like he already is. And Andy, what's his name? Andy Weidel, I want to say is his name. He's the talent guy, assistant GM, so he'll be the guy to bring in talent while Khan does the contract talks. Which is actually the first time in team history we have an assistant GM.
I know.
You know, we had Colbert for 20-plus years, so. No, we're not. We need to look at ourselves in the mirror big time right now, says Michael. Yeah. Steelers' drafting system has to change. It needs to be more similar to what Baltimore does with trading back. I agree. We haven't traded back much with I don't think we actually ever traded back with Colbert. So perhaps with Khan we can get more picks back. And
I think the last time we did that is when we went back in the first round to get Casey Hampton.
I'm saying trade back, not trade up.
No, we traded back.
Oh, we trade back for that?
Yes.
Okay. Screen pass to Chase, and he gets 9. There's a flag. Yeah, seriously, Khan needs to trade back and get more picks so we can get more playmakers. Legal man downfield on the offense on the Bengals. Still, let's see. Can they pick it over $250 million? Russ Wilson. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with Russell. He's tied. He's tied with them till what is it? Till he's 40?
Yes.
God. Remember when Bobby Boucher came back at halftime? Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl, do you? Let's be honest. Vic Fangio wasn't the problem. No, he wasn't. No, I don't think he was. I think they did him dirty.
No, Nathaniel Hackett's not doing any better.
No, he's doing very, very bad. Oh, who is that? He said the tackle. Number 80. That's Mike Thomas, not Michael Thomas. Mike Thomas. Wow, what a play.
Because Baltimore can't tackle.
I'm good with Kenny Pickett. There's hope. We just need some coaching pieces. I like what I saw from Pickett today.
That's on Marcus Peters.
Man, what do y'all think is wrong with Najee? Better not be a bust. No, he's definitely not on the bust caliber. I agree with what Electric Visual said. I think Najee's hurt. I think Najee's playing a little hurt. Now, there might still be some distrust in his offensive line. He's doing a little more dancing and bouncing. But also the line didn't really do him any favors today.
Oh, and Joe Mixon breaks off a big run for a gain of 10.
Yep, first down by Mixon. So I don't know exactly what's wrong with Najee. It might be a mixture of things. But he's definitely underwhelming so far in the second year.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's all his fault. Good chance for 2 picks in the first if we trade back. Who'll be taken? Well, one of them's offensive line, and I think the other should be corner or linebacker.
Yeah.
Or maybe you go both offensive line, depending on what they do in free agency. Can't really say who we take in the first round because I don't know what we do in free agency. I don't know who we all keep or not. Although I can obviously hope for certain guys. If we get a top 10 pick, I'm going cornerback or left tackle. Any thoughts? Agreed. That cornerback, left tackle, left guard, or a linebacker.
Yeah.
But I think we should. I know we can't develop corners, but I do trust some of the defensive coaching staff we have because it's better than years past. It is. With Flores and Austin and guys like that. So, I mean, I trust the progression if we were to go corner. I can always trust us with linebacker. There's been a few hiccups, but I do trust linebacker. And it's caught! Hayden Hurst
touchdown!
Reaches! That is a touchdown, yep. Hayden Hurst, what a play.
Reaching out for the touchdown.
What a play. And thus, the Ravens' lead is by 1 score. Soon to be 3 points. Is Vic Fangio employed? I believe he is.
Hayden Hurst, wait a minute. Hayden Hurst, the former Raven.
Former Raven. He was drafted in the first round by the Ravens. He was traded to the Falcons, and now he was signed by the Bengals. The former Raven, Hayden Hurst. Made Marcus Williams look silly there. Yeah, Vic Fangio is... What is he now? No, he's still employed. No, he's not. He's still unemployed. That's interesting.
Oh, you got it.
Vic Fangio is still unemployed. That's interesting.
I'm surprised he wasn't picked up for a DC job.
I know.
Unless he's taking the year off.
He might be doing that. 10-7. We have under 5 minutes left in the first half. If this loss doesn't wake the players up, nothing else will. No. And at that point, I mean, you clean house with the guys that just aren't playing to the caliber that they should. Guys like Claypool, guys like Bush, and I'm being serious, man. You clean house. These guys are really disappointing. Najee has a Liz Frank injury. Man, that reminds off like, does anyone know what the fuck that is? Well, it's similar to a foot injury. It took Hayden out for a couple games in the past. Mm-hmm. He's probably still dealing with that. If you end up with top 5, and if that's the case, man, I'm not risking anything with Najee. I know he's a first-round pick. You got to get your return of investment, but Jaylen Warren's looking great. So there's no worry if we have to lean on Warren.
No. Zero worry. At least on me and Dan's part.
Yeah. Let's see. If we end up with top 5 or 10 pick, smart thing would be to trade back and have 2 firsts for 2024. I agree, man. We need to get as many playmakers as we can.
Yep.
And we have the ability to actually trade back since we're having too early of a pick.
Maybe see if Seattle's willing to trade a pick or 2.
Maybe.
Oh, the haul they got for Russell?
Right.
Or maybe Detroit.
We'll see how the draft goes, man. We'll see how the offseason goes and see what team needs what. But I'm all for trading back this year because I know we're going to have an early pick. I don't know how early, but right now it's looking really early. It's looking top 5, definitely top 10. Do you remember when T.J. Watt came back at halftime and Steelers won the Super Bowl? I wish, man.
Hey, one can dream, man.
Man, Watt needs a Super Bowl, man. We better win him a damn Super Bowl at some point.
It literally just rolled right back.
It did. It bounced.
I don't know where it went.
It bounced off.
I saw it roll, but then it disappeared. It probably went, it's right by the fridge. I'm not getting that.
Where? Oh, I see it.
I'm not getting that.
I see it. What round is Joey Porter projected to go first round? I love Joey Porter Jr. Speaks for itself, right? It speaks for itself. The bloodlines, the name. Why not, right? Since we lost Roethlisberger and all the toughness he gave us for years, this team looks soft when TJ is not in the lineup. Yeah. 0-8. No pressure whatsoever. No effort whatsoever from this defense.
No.
Next Sunday, Cowboys versus Eagles, which is always a classic.
And Dak should be back for that game.
Flores needs to be the DC. Depending on what happens with Austin, I agree. Otherwise, Flores could stick around for a couple years, man. I hope so. I hope he sticks around for a couple years.
I'll see.
And Nabakasu would probably be a good pickup right now, especially this week going against his former team. What do you have to lose on defense at this point? I wouldn't mind bringing in Sue for a defensive line fixture because we need it. Can't stop the run, can't get no pressure. He can still go. I'm surprised he's not picked up yet. Najee can break tackles after he gets rolling, dances too much. Acceleration is not there. Yeah, I agree. He dances a little too much. That might be because of his lack of trust. I noticed that with Barkley last year. Is he had no line last year, thus he was bouncing around too much. Now this year he's gained some trust and he's just hitting the holes. So maybe I'm associating Najee's dancing with the fact he doesn't trust the line yet, and he's just searching for holes.
Maybe.
Perhaps he needs to trust his guys a little bit, the guys up front, and just hit the gaps. Although at the same time, there's not many he can run through. So it's a double-edged sword, man.
Yeah.
They give it to Duvernay on the screen. Duvernay, man, he's having a great game. Duvernay's having a great game. He's having a great year. That might put him over 50 so far in the first half. I loved Duvernay coming out of Texas a couple years ago, man. I loved him. Got speeds, got hands, got playmaking ability everywhere on the field.
Ronnie Stanley's on the sideline.
Right.
Or no, more so on the bench, my bad.
Sebastian, I agree. Get a young mind for OC. I don't know if the Falcons are going to do this, but if Arthur Smith gets fired, I'm absolutely bringing him in.
Yes. No question about it.
100%.
With what he did with Tennessee and Derrick Henry as his running back, no question about it. I'm dropping Canada and I'm calling up Arthur Smith, and I'm bringing his ass in.
Agreed. And JK just got a first down. It looked like he wasn't going to go nowhere, but JK, man, second you think that, he's like, JK. Every coordinator on the team is old. Yeah, I mean, that's been the case for years.
Hold on. Hayden Hurst, I just got to say, he's got a great fucking beard.
He looks like Alan from Hangover.
He's got a great fucking beard. Those are beard goals right there. I just got to point that out.
Do you think Steelers will win again at all this year? Yes, at some point. At some point.
I anticipate that happening sometime after the bye, to be honest.
That did not just happen. You guys are lying. You guys are lying.
What are they saying? What are they saying?
They said Browns just traded for Falcons star linebacker Deion Jones. You're lying. You're high.
Where's Schefter?
Oh, my God, it's true.
Huh?
The Browns are adding some key help in the middle of their defense, trading for Falcons Pro Bowl linebacker Deion Jones in exchange for late-round draft compensation. Are you serious? As this game is happening, another AFC North team trades, for a star linebacker in Deion Jones, who is incredibly underrated. He is a speedster. He's a playmaker.
And here we are, just sitting at the bottom of the barrel in a rebuild situation.
Wow. Now, he was put on IR in early September, but he should be back by now.
This should be around the time where he's designated to return.
Now,
I got to be honest.
Did he just get paid a good contract?
I got to be honest. The Browns got a good one. I hate to say it.
No. You're telling me
the Browns got a good player.
He's still only 27. He'll be 28 come next month.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that they have Jeremiah Okuzawaramara and now Deion Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
They added.
And he's still in a contract for 2 more years. This year and next year. Yeah, very wow. Wow. That's interesting. That's a big help. My goodness. That really just happened, did it? Wow, bro. I gotta send this to Loose Cannon. And I apologize for the fire trucks in the background if you guys can hear that.
Yeah, it's goddamn. It's
city life. It's city life.
You know, I could say, why didn't the Steelers do the same thing, but
I don't know.
I mean, what will we do? We still wouldn't have Watt. And apparently Watt is what makes this defense.
And we still be paying a full big contract for next year.
Yeah. And we're already paying the defense more than enough.
Right. You're right.
So we could have traded for Deion, but what would we have done with Deion?
Right.
When Watt's not back. And we're probably not going to do anything this year.
Steel City 412 with AED 17.99, which equates to almost $5 in American, says, what do you believe is the largest animal you can choke out?
What?
It's a weird question. I don't know. I don't believe in.
I don't choke out animals.
I don't believe in animal cruelty.
Hell no. That's a weird question.
Very weird. I mean, I appreciate the super chat, but yeah, it's a weird question. Cam Hayward needs a ring, but I don't know if we can get him one. His window's closing. As is this entire defense, man. With the contracts we have right now, with the guys we have under contract for the offense, most of them are rookie deals. The best time is to capitalize within the next 4 years. It is. If we don't go Joey Porter Jr. and we have the ability to get him, I'm done. Says Kobe 1. I love the Steelers to draft Joey Porter Jr. I think we all would.
I have no doubt in my mind if he's there on the board for the Steelers pick, and if he keeps up what he's doing and we have an early pick, he's that guy.
Yep.
No question. And I think Joey Porter would love his son to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah, he should be the one to... it would be obvious as hell.
I don't give a shit.
He should come out and announce it. I mean, why not, right?
You have Peasy announce his son to his team.
Ah, God, that'd be awesome. People like Chubb make their own holes, and Najee's a big guy. He needs to do the same. You're right, but not everyone's Nick Chubb. But also, first-round talent, first-round caliber, first-round grade, first-round investment. We need to get some return in that. Najee definitely needs to start playing better. Yeah, that was a steal for the Browns for sure. He's really good, man. Let's see. Thoughts on Bray returning last night, and I put all my Steelers stuff in the closet until the progress is made. Anyway, let's go, Pens. Says Dig412. Yeah, I love the Bray Wyatt return last night. We all marked out just everything they did. Like the lighting, the spotlights, the background talk with Bray Wyatt, and like the
Funhouse character just standing,
but also the Funhouse Dusty, like everything they did. Beautiful, man, and I'm so excited with him under Triple H creative. It's fun to be a WWE fan again, man. It really is. It really is, man. Should we trade for somebody, an offensive lineman? Good question, Michael. I don't know. As the Ravens will punt it. And
fair catch.
2-minute offense. We'll see if the Bengals can at least tie the game or increase on their score and take the lead themselves. As for trading for someone, I would rather trade away certain guys because we can't give up too much more capital.
No.
Now, unless
we've done that too many times.
Unless it's a player-for-player trade, go ahead. But it's got to be good value. Who that is, I don't know.
But at the same time, I'm kind of tired of the Steelers trading these late-round selections for these subpar guys.
And we don't even keep them.
No, like Joe Schobert, for example.
The only one we did was the Carla Witherspoon. We're seeing how that's going so far. And that's batted down.
Yeah, I mean, he did good. He did very good last year. This year, I mean, I don't know what's going on. But the majority of the time, we trade these guys, or we trade for these guys, trade away this capital, we don't keep them.
No. Guys like Schobert, guys like, what's his name? Avery Williamson, remember him?
Yeah.
And the only guy we've kept so far was Witherspoon. Also,
so why not?
Let's not forget that tight end. From what
the hell? He went to the Broncos. I don't know where he is now.
Former Seahawk.
What the fuck was his name?
And that's batted down again by the Ravens. What was his name, man? I'm having a brain fart.
I can't fucking tell you.
What was his name, man? That's going to kill me.
He was the backup to, I think he was the backup to, was it Vance McDonald or Jesse James? I think it was Vance McDonald.
Oh, it's going to kill me. Who was it? It was Nick Vannett.
That was his name, yeah.
Nick Vannett, yeah. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Nick Vannett, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Vannett.
They like, I'm tired of trading.
And that's also why we've lacked depth, because we trade those picks where we can't get depth.
Yeah, that's where they got to stop.
I agree. So instead of trading for someone, I'd rather trade away somebody.
Get some capital back. Gain some shit.
Yeah, or if you're doing a player-for-player trade, do that. But get a good return on investment. Guys, our only human highlight reel on offense is George Pickens. Can you guys talk about him? Because I love what he brings to our team. George Pickens is a highlight reel, man.
There's one way to describe him. He's a bright diamond in the rough.
Yeah, he is. George Pickens is that boy. He's that dog.
The Georgia Bulldog is that dog for the Steelers.
He is, man. George Pickens is We've seen the last 2 weeks, man. Him and the Pickett to Pickens connection is running wild. Unfortunately, it leads to nothing but statistics, but the future is bright.
Yes, it is.
There's one positive out of that. The future is bright, and that connection is going to be great. And I think he could take that wide receiver one.
And you see somebody that's been consistent with highlights or progression. That's been George Pickens.
I think he can take the number one role from Deontay. I'm not even joking.
I'd argue he's the number one now.
He is the number one now. As a matter of fact, if I'm going to...
He may not see the amount of targets like Deontay, because Deontay saw like 13 targets today. He may not see the amount of targets, but that could very well come down the road for George Pickens in his career.
Right. If I'm going to look, what are the team statistics?
Did they update it?
Deontay still leads us in receiving yards, but not by much, by 17 yards.
And George Pickens is right behind him.
Right behind him. Kenny Pickett in 6 quarters has almost as many passing yards as Mitchell Trubisky. Highsmith, 5.5 sacks. The next closest is Hayward with 1.
Yeah, everybody else has 1. Jeez. Yeah. Just saying that.
And keep in mind, 3 of those sacks came in week 1 for Highsmith.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Hey, guys, been watching Steelers since the 70s. Can't remember a worse beatdown than the Steelers took today. Matt, I'm going to throw one at you. The 51-0 loss to the Browns in the early 90s, I suppose. I think this is honestly, from a score-wise, our worst loss since that. But if you're gonna get more recent, I think it's worse than the 34-3 loss versus the Eagles a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And Wentz's, was it his rookie year?
It was a rookie year.
Wentz's rookie year with the Eagles.
Yeah.
What does that trade matter? Browns still find a way to lose in the end. I mean, yeah, you're right. But, I mean, to think that, you got Wuzu Karamara and Deion Jones together, that's really good.
And it shows the Browns adding to a team that has been looking decent.
Right.
With Brissett in there. Just wait till Watson gets in there.
Right. Tim New, what do you think of Chucky Season 2? I'm loving it so far. First episode was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Loving the Chucky revival, the Chucky series. Season 1 was great. Season 2 is off to a good start. Can't wait to see what they do for the rest of the season, man. I'm a big Chucky guy, man. I'm not going to lie. I like him a lot more than the other guys. I like him more than Jason. I like him more than...
You trying to push my buttons there?
I am, man. Mixon gets a first down in near midfield.
Now, recently it's been Michael and Chucky that's been consistent with their franchises.
Well, that's because, the Friday 13th saga's been trapped due to the lawsuit.
Yeah, and I don't know what they're doing in the nightmare. You can't do one without Robert Anglin, and he's done.
Right, they check it down to Samaje Perine. Perine gets past midfield and battles for 9 yards. The clock is ticking, 40 seconds. The Bengals have 1 timeout remaining.
You got 30 seconds left in the second half. Joe Burrow goes to throw down the middle. He's caught. Tyler Boyd,
who is infamous for having great games versus the Ravens.
Yes.
Who could forget that 4th down touchdown he got versus the Ravens years ago that put the Bills in the playoffs for the first time in 19 years. O-line was the biggest question mark going into the season, and each week they have played better. Unfortunately, it's the opposite for the rest of the team, says Don. Yeah, you're right.
You're so right.
The run defense or the run blocking was a little questionable today, but you're right. The offensive line's been doing good. Ironically, it's the best part of the offense right now. More draft capital we have is better, which we need. We can't have 1 pick per round. Obviously, it's not enough for us. No, it hasn't been. We need to start trading back. This year's the best way to do it. Burrow drops back, throws, end zone shot, deep shot, caught!
No, it is not. He can never haul it down. Mike Thomas couldn't do it.
Yep, Mike Thomas just can't hold on. Where we at? You got to trade Claypool. He doesn't look like he wants to be on this team. I hope he can turn it around, but too much is piling up on him. Yeah, Claypool's been a massive disappointment since his rookie year. What a huge drop. That's a big drop.
I don't know how he digs himself back up.
I don't know either.
Or pulls himself back up.
He was terrible today. Too many drops. He's not doing anything.
Dude, he literally stopped on his route.
Yeah.
Remember that play?
Yeah.
Where Claypool
too high. But Hurst catches it. 13 seconds left. But yeah, you're right. He stopped mid-route, which messed up.
Like, he knows where he's supposed to go, but yeah, he stopped and allowed the defensive back to catch up to Claypool and deflect the pass, causing Claypool to not get it.
I would absolutely trade Claypool. Whether that's this year, whether that's next year, I'm all for trading Claypool, man. I look back at it. I said it in the live stream earlier. I'm going to say it again, man. Looking back at it, I would have taken J.K. over Claypool, and J.K. was my dude then. I would have taken J.K. over Claypool, and then that would have opened the first round for next year since you need running back. And I love Najee, but that would have opened first round for O-line. Then you still could have taken Pat second round.
Yeah.
Where we at? Yeah, I'm done with Claypool, man. I'm really done. He's pissing me off. He's absolutely mid. He's below mid.
He's not even mid.
You guys going to see Terrifier 2, and you've seen Smile, the horror movie, and you're going to see Halloween 2. I want to go see Smile. I've been wanting to see it for a couple weeks now. We are going to see Terrifier 2. I don't know when, but I'm going to see it. The trailer looks amazing. The movie's 2.5 hours.
There's a lot of story they're going to tell.
I love the first one.
By the way, Bengals called timeout.
Their
last one.
3rd and 7. And yes, we're going to see Halloween Ends, which is next Friday, which I'm incredibly hyped for. Yeah, it's October, man. You're going to see a lot of horror movies. And throws it, and of course he just
throws it
away, and thus 4th and 7. And the Bengals are going to bring on Money McPherson to try to tie the game for halftime.
Okay, my glasses are bugging the ever-living crap out of me.
What's that mean?
Like there's a smudge.
Yeah, it happens.
But I've been wiping my glasses and it's still there.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world, man.
I was in your world. When I was younger, I had glasses.
Yeah, and ironically, I was the one wearing them. Now you got to wear them too. And thus we are truly twins again. 40-yard field goal, Money McPherson kicks up, and it is good. And thus this game will be headed to 10-10 to halftime. Very evenly matched up here so far.
Yeah, so far heavily defensive at that.
Yep. I've been saying, I've been saving my lucky TJ Watt jersey for an emergency Steelers have never lost when I've had it on. I'll be wearing it Sunday, so we'll see. Hey, who knows, man? It's Pickett's first start in Heinz Field. I hope so. I sure hope so. People hype him up, too. Knew he wasn't like that when we got him. If you're talking about Claypool, yeah.
I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Copy. Sorry, I'm just checking Twitter quick. Still that Deion Jones news is getting to me. It's not getting me, but, you know, it's like, wow.
Well, it's halftime right now. I literally missed nothing.
No, obviously it's halftime, so that's halftime now, which I mean I will do this quick, and boom. Now it resets.
Perfect.
10-10 into the half, guys. Where we at in the chat? Sorry, I was scrolling through Twitter. Claypool is 5'9", wide receiver stuck in a 6'4" body. Yeah. He plays to 0% of that size. It's disappointing, man.
Very.
You can watch Halloween and on Peacock. It's coming out the same day as the theaters. Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to watch it on Peacock. I mean, I don't mind seeing it in theaters, but I also don't want to have to pay money to go see the movie, and then people interrupt with talking. Like, you go pay to see a movie, which is not cheap nowadays, and you go, it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Happened a lot when we went to see the Ghostbusters movie.
The Ghostbusters movie, the Joker movie.
Remember the Annabelle movie?
Yeah.
Origins or whatever the fuck that prequel was called, which is actually the best Annabelle movie of that series. That movie was good.
Yeah, it was. It was the only good Annabelle movie.
But there was like a jump scare, and people were like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Be quiet!"
I'm like, y'all are new, man. Like, if you can't anticipate a jump scare in today's horror movies, I mean, you're new. I do want to go see a couple movies in theaters though for this month.
Okay.
I know you're not a fan of it, but I do.
I might grow into it.
Thanks for having Lloyd in the background. Respect. Yeah, actually, that jersey, I can't exactly prove it, but from the way it's stitched and the way the sleeves are and the fact that there's a little dirt and some restitching on it, I have full belief that not autographed, but that was game worn by Greg Lloyd.
And you got that jersey for $45.
$45 at a thrift store.
$45.
Yeah. And I had to put it in the background. It's awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Greg Lloyd, man. It's not hard for his disposition. Where we at? Backup outside linebacker hurt the most this year. Yeah, I mean, that was absolutely done horribly by the Steelers. Malik Reed ain't even done nothing good. No. I'd rather bring Tuska back.
It's been 4 games, and I have not seen one play.
Yeah. Claypool rookie year, he ran deep routes, 15+. Now they have him a lot in the slot, running 5-8-yard routes. He is being used improperly. If they continue using him that way, then yes, trade him, says Don. I don't disagree. I think most of this offense has been misused for years. In fact, I even made that excuse for Juju. I think a lot of this offense is incredibly mishandled. But when you're dropping passes and you're not creating separation and you're not catching balls outside your frame and you're not using your big body to your advantage,
or if you're not continuing on the route you're supposed to do,
you're just not playing well. Is he being used improperly? I agree. But he's also not playing good on the field. He's not showing any effort whatsoever.
And it shows that although this is his 3rd year into the league,
yeah,
he's still got limitations, and him in the slot is probably what's best for him. But even then, he's not doing nothing. So was that? Well, was that really show? Although he could very well be being misused,
right?
I do agree on that. Was that go to show to tell you about Chase Claypool as a player?
We put Claypool in the slot because he couldn't create separation outside,
and he still can.
I agree.
That's why I say the limitations.
That's the problem.
And those limitations are still his limitations.
That's the problem, man. Where are we at? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Where are we at? I had high hopes on Claypool. Now I see a player who acts like a celeb. Yeah, exactly. Because he had one good rookie year. Claypool is a system player, and right now we have no system. We are one-dimensional on both sides of the ball, says Jordan Mid. You're right. It's been that way for a couple years, actually. Your biggest surprise in the NFL so far?
That's a good question.
Giants. I think the Giants.
As they show the Giants right now.
They're 4-1. That's only because I didn't trust Daniel Jones. I trusted Brian DeBoer. I love what they did with the front office.
I'm trying to think of something different, but I can't at the moment, so I might have to agree with you. Yeah, the Giants. I didn't really expect them to win 4 games at this point.
Another one I'll say is Jalen Hurts. I knew he was good. I didn't think he was this good.
Nah, he's legit.
Where are we at? Chris Jericho was going to be in Terrifier 2. I did hear about that. He's a security guard. And thoughts on Rhea Ripley, boys? Rhea Ripley, ever since Triple H has taken on her, has been incredible. I think she's the leader of Judgment Day.
She acts like it.
And what she's doing with Dominic is very interesting to watch.
What she did with Beth, though, was so fucking... It was so sinister.
She did the concerto. Like, this is great. And honestly, man, while we're on the wrestling topic, I'm not going to get on it too long because I know some of you guys aren't wrestling fans. You probably don't want to hear it from us. But that match is War Games. Beth Phoenix, Edge, Rey Mysterio, and AJ Styles versus Judgment Day. Mm-hmm. Meaning Rhea Ripley, Dominic, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest. That is War Games. There is no match, no men's match that needs War Games more than that. That is War Games right there.
Or there's no feud really that's been as personal or as, intriguing. Besides maybe the bloodline.
Yeah.
What they're doing with Sami Zayn and the amount of people they're going up against, throughout weekly television for Raw and SmackDown. But Judgment Day and Edge and his folks.
Yeah.
Like, that's getting personal week by week. It's getting better week by week. And that just speaks. After the I Quit match, after what happened, that's War Games right there and then.
Agreed. Yeah, Jared, I heard Browns had traded for Deion Jones. The chat told us a couple minutes ago. What wild stuff.
Yeah.
Claypool needs to sit. Coach T needs to sit Claypool for a few games, get in his head. I agree. It worked for Johnson a couple years ago when he sat him for James Washington.
He did.
I think once Calvin Austin comes back, he should be the slot guy. That's your new slot guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cam's little brother making plays today. He's going to be a dog like his older brother for us. I agree.
I said throughout the live stream during garbage time, I'm like, he's got better hands than Claypool.
He does. In fact, I would play Hayward in the slot a little more often. His best ability is his receiving ability.
At least I know he's not going to laugh and chuckle on the sideline.
No. He knows better than that.
Of course, he's a Hayward.
I'd play Hayward more. I'd play him in the slot a little more. I'm not saying put him over Claypool, but I'd play him in the slot a little more.
No, rotate some guys. You didn't draft him just because, he's Cam's brother. No, you drafted him because there's a role for this guy, because he can ball.
He can play anywhere. You line him up anywhere. Tight end, running back, fullback. I mean, slot. This guy has the receiving ability. Play Connor Hayward more.
He's a utility knife.
Yes, he is. Benching Claypool takes his incentives away, take his money. That is needed. I agree. That's something this team lacks sometimes, man. When I was growing up, and I looked at football, and I noticed, like, when you're not doing well, what does a coach do? He benches you because you fucking suck. I don't see benching with this team that often. We saw it with Deontay a couple years ago, and it worked pretty well. With Bush, he should have been benched.
I feel like he needs to be benched.
Mitch was benched.
Yeah.
Who else was benched? Gunnar Olszewski today. Bush needs to be benched. Claypool needs to be benched. They're not doing good. They're not doing their job. They're not doing enough. Bench them.
No.
Again, what do you have to lose this year? Bench them. You want them to earn their way back? Bench them. If they don't fight back from that, get rid of them. It's as simple as that. That's how football was back then. You suck, you're on the bench. That doesn't improve you, you're out of here.
And you know what?
You can't cut it, you don't make it.
And you know what? That actually takes me back in the Cowher days, right?
Yep.
And when Hines Ward was a depth piece at the time for Plaxico Burress, and the first-round receiver that we had for 2 or 3 years. I can't remember his name at the moment. He was a first-round pick. Oh. He was supposed to play opposite of Burress, while Hines Ward was the third guy, or the depth piece.
I know who you're talking about. Give me a minute.
That's who he was supposed to be. That first-round pick was not living up to his value. He was not doing anything. He was dropping passes, not doing anything on the field.
You're talking, who was it? It was,
He was a wide receiver.
I know it was a wide receiver.
Was he 1999? I think it's 1999. Troy Edwards.
Troy Edwards, yes.
Troy Edwards, yes.
Hines Ward was the third-round pick the year prior, and I believe coming out of Georgia, I believe he was a quarterback.
Yes, before he fully transitioned to wide receiver.
Correct.
What I'm saying is, Troy Edwards was not doing anything. He was not living up to his potential. Not doing anything. Right. Not living up to that value.
Now, let me correct myself. Hayward. Ward was a quarterback, but he transferred to receiver's final 2 years.
Okay.
But thus, he was still in that I'm becoming a receiver transition.
Yeah. Well, Troy Edwards
was the first rounder.
He was a phenomenal receiver coming out of college. He was a first-round pick because of what he did in college. Did not live up to his value.
So you put in the kid from the year prior, third round out of Georgia.
You benched Edwards. You put in Ward. That's what Coward did.
And you have the best wide receiver in Steelers history. Don't at me.
And I'm not saying that whenever you bench these guys are performing that they're going to end up being some of the best players in Steelers history. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if a guy's not living up to his potential, you bench his ass.
Yeah.
Don't care. It doesn't matter about his value. It doesn't matter about his name.
It doesn't even matter about his contract.
No. If he's not doing what he should be living up to, you bench his ass for the other guy and you give that guy the opportunity, and he could very well take the opportunity and take it all the way.
Agreed. Yeah, Kendrick Green sucked, Jordan. Kendrick
Green.
What happened to him?
Oh, nothing happened. He just sucked.
Nothing ever was
just
positive
sucked,
about him.
He always sucked, bro.
Why is he on this team?
There's no hope for him. There's zero hope for Kendrick Green. We put him at guard, his most comfortable position, and he looks worse.
Yeah, he does.
He's getting pushed back.
Yeah.
Every time.
Don says, I agree with everything you said, Twins on Clay. What do you think the Steelers get in return, or does it matter at this point? Beer and a bag of chips? I'd take that. No, seriously. I think you could get... I don't know what the fuck you get out of him. Maybe a fourth?
Maybe Omar Khan can finesse some team that's receiver worthy.
For a third.
I don't think... if I'm going to be honest...
His value's not that high, no.
If I'm going to be... No, it's not. But if I'm going to be honest, I don't think the Steelers trade Claypool before the trade deadline, which I think that's, week 9, week 10? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
I can see him potentially being traded after the season and maybe proving his worth for a possible extension with another team if he were to be traded after the season.
Right.
This season, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. Zach says, I need 21 more Dobbins rushing yards and 54 Jamar Chase receiving yards for a parlay. Think I get it? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's easy money.
Yeah.
That's easy money. I agree that should be War Games match, and I heard in rumor that Aleister Black will return and join Judgment Day. Well, Aleister Black, Malachi Black, already shut that down, saying
he's still with AEW. He's
right.
just on he's on a conditional release,
which means he's just taking rest. Where are we at? Hell, Big Ben, he created wide receivers. I don't disagree. Honestly, because I look at some of the receivers that he built, and most of the guys after they left Pittsburgh were nothing. Who remembers Marcus Wheaton?
You know what's sad? He's probably the most recent best number 11. Don't at me!
No, he wasn't. He was not.
Most recent?
No. No.
I'm not taking that back.
No, come on. Marcus Wheaton is not better than Chase Claypool.
Did Chase Claypool ever have 200 yards on the Legion of Boom?
He never played against Legion of Boom.
Claypool can't do anything against the top 10. He could have done something against that Buffalo defense.
Did Marcus Wheaton ever have 4 touchdowns versus the Eagles?
When did we never play the Eagles?
That's what I'm saying. Actually, we played the Eagles that one year and we got blown out 34-3. Yeah. Although I think Wheaton was out for that game. He was.
Yeah, so.
He was because he came back next week versus the Chiefs and got the touchdown, which was his last touchdown as a Steeler.
Yeah.
I remember that specifically.
No, I remember Wheaton, though. He wasn't...
I liked Marcus Wheaton, man.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't consistent, though.
He wasn't, what was he, a second rounder?
Third.
Third rounder, yeah.
He was a third-round pick. He was obviously behind Wheaton and... Wait, what the... Whoa. Antonio Brown and Martavis Bryant.
Right.
Yeah. Wheaton was the third guy.
Benny Snell, running back 1? Absolutely not.
No, dude.
Bush has the get my money and get out mentality. Yeah, he always has. That's why when he had that interview a couple months ago, he said, well, I'm still going to be in the NFL, so it's whatever.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we'll see. That pretty much tells me that he could be on the bench and wouldn't cry a tear. Lamar Jackson throws it away as the second half is underway. I did not see the Giants sideline video. I did not. Fire Matt Canada? Yeah, I agree. We need to part ways with Canada, says Jordan Mid. I agree. Yeah, Kendrick Green was a wasted third-round pick. So was Justin Lane.
Now he's a Giant.
What do you guys think about Josh Jackson today, number 16? I think he's a nice depth piece for us, honestly. Pierre is regressing every time he gets his number called. I noticed that with Pierre. He's a good special teams player when he's not returning kicks.
Yes.
Josh Jackson, I mean, he's a scrub as well. I mean, he got cooked for a touchdown.
I didn't really
he had
see anything.
He had a, I think it was a holding penalty in the end zone.
I didn't really see anything, that stuck out to me about Josh Jackson.
There's a reason he's a former second rounder. He's only on the practice squad.
Yeah.
Josh Jackson's a scrub. I'm not a fan. Never forget Swede drop of a walk-in touchdown for Big Ben. Yeah, a couple times he did. But most noticeably versus the Ravens. That same game, though, he had his best play, which was a block for Heath. Claypool has the talent. We are just predictable plus worst rushing attack ever. He has the talent. He's not using any of it.
No, he's not. I agree that we're predictable.
Very predictable. And that's wrapped up immediately by the Bengals front seven. And that is Cam Sample.
Yeah, JK went nowhere there.
Nowhere. That makes me happy because I sat him for Cortland Sutton. So, yeah, I'm trying to make myself look smart.
Okay.
Face it, Ben got the most out of just about every receiver. Yeah, I'm not denying. Most of the receivers he threw the ball to after they left Pittsburgh, they weren't much. Outside of Emmanuel Sanders. And, of course, Antonio Brown, but he ruined that.
Yeah, that was all Brown there. Was it 2nd and 11?
Yeah, Lamar takes a snap, drops back, throws deep. He's got a man open, Duvernay, and he overthrows him.
Oh, my God, of course.
How do you miss a wide-open Duvernay, bro? He's speedy.
How do you not connect that deep ball?
Bro!
That's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown. Duvernay's been having a phenomenal season. He is wide ass open, as Bruce Arians would say, and you miss him. Lamar!
He really gets past Von Bell.
And hey, listen, as a Steelers fan, I actually respect Lamar. But that's rough. He throws it to Mark Andrews, and he fights but does not.
He's 2 yards short.
He is 2 yards short, and thus they could bring on Tucker for the field goal unit if they wish to, or Harbaugh could get ballsy. And it seems like they are getting ballsy. It seems like Lamar signaled, hey.
He's not afraid to show him.
Lamar said, hold back. Keep him off the field. All right, Lamar.
So, yeah, Lamar's calling the shot here.
Yeah, Steve, I agree. 3rd concussion for Pat Freiermuth. It's all down here from here. I was so worried this offseason that he had 2 concussions last year. I'm like, concussions ruined careers. It's ruined our position at tight end before with Kendrick Green. Ladarius Green.
Yeah.
Concussions suck, man, and they ruin careers, and I'm afraid for Pat Freiermuth. And he goes deep. He's open, and he overthrows him.
You didn't. Wow,
Lamar.
Lamar. I don't know why I was about to yell.
Lamar,
you don't need to go for it deep. Just get the first.
No. He's open. He's open. Of course, go deep. But he's got to hit him here.
Is there anybody else open here?
Hit him in the bread basket. No one's open. I mean, he could have hit someone in the flat.
Yeah, there was someone on the sideline. I understand why he threw it deep.
He went for Tylan Wallace, but someone was open in the flat.
I understand why he threw it deep, but dude, just get the first. Don't worry about that.
He had someone wide open in the flat for an easy first, but that's 2.
He went for the deep pass to which he overthrew one earlier.
That's 2 missed deep passes, which could have been easy touchdowns for Lamar. 2 in the same drive.
I know. Lamar tried too much right there. Just get the first.
That
was a big mess.
That's painful to watch.
That's what's going to kill Baltimore this year.
That's great to watch from a rival ass point, but that's a painful way to watch from a football ass point. Is Justin Houston a free agent? If so, we should sign him.
Justin Houston is a Raven. He's actually inactive today.
Right. Did you see the bullshit call in the Atlanta-Tampa Bay game at the end?
Tom Brady,
yeah. Yeah, that was one of the worst I've ever seen. That was absolutely one of the worst. That's a technical... That's a textbook sack right there. What do you expect him to do? How's that roughing the passer?
That wasn't.
That is terrible.
That was not roughing the passer.
People still argue Lamar is the best. Not even close. He's not the best. He's come a long way, but he's not the best.
I don't know how you missed 2 deep passes right there.
Bro, he was open. Duvernay and Wallace.
He was open, but at the same time, he could have just gotten the first.
Jordan Med says, why do we always let unknown players make a name for themselves as secondary stays inconsistent? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Gabe Davis was a nobody, but 2 long ball and touchdowns. Remember the Chris Hogan game?
Yeah.
Let's not forget Tim Tebow. Who else? God. Since we're on the Ravens discussion, who remembers Ryan Mallett?
Yeah.
The Ryan Mallett game. We got swept by the Ravens that year. Still made the playoffs. Lost to the Broncos.
Let's not forget about, I know it wasn't like a...
Yeah, thank you. Travis Fulgham. That's a great one. Who remembers Travis Fulgham?
Yeah. Where is he now?
I don't know.
Let's not forget about, remember Terrell Pryor?
Terrell Pryor. Yeah, he had a 95-yard rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
He eventually became a receiver for the Browns, had a good year. Did he have 1,000 yards?
Yeah, he did. And then after that, he just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, Jacoby Jones. I mean, he was always a great return specialist, except when he played with us for a couple weeks. Play action to Mixon. Burrow drops back, throws it, and it's intercepted.
Oh, my God, on the first play.
The first play, indeed, and Patrick.
Wow.
What was Burrow seeing? He threw it straight to Patrick Queen. Wow.
Wow.
What was he seeing, man? What's your opinion on William Gay? I loved William Gay, man. Big play, Will Gay. A lot of people didn't like him. Shout out to Colt Steele. I know he has his own.
I liked how he could intercept the ball and get into the end zone in his touchdown celebrations.
I liked William Gay. I'm a Will Gay fan.
His inconsistency at covering was...
Yeah, you're right. That's why he was a slot guy. The mistake was putting him outside.
Oh, yeah.
When he was a slot guy,
but at that point...
we talking pick 6.
At that point, we had no fucking choice.
I know, we didn't. Those days were rough, man. Fun fact, I was a Steel Maiden moderator, was Patrick Shelton. Interesting. Well, you know what? You're about to be a Steel Twins moderator. Because why not, Patrick? Plus, your name's Patrick.
Patrick.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
Patrick's a great name.
Lamar
drops back, throws it deep again. He can't hit Duvernay.
Stop throwing it deep.
You know, I've grown on Lamar as a...
I'm speaking as a football fan here, okay?
I've grown on Lamar in saying where Lamar's actually starting to become a quarterback.
Look at that.
Yeah. I've grown on saying that Lamar's actually been a quarterback. But tonight, my God. And yeah, you're right. Joe Burrow, an LSU guy, was picked off by fellow LSU guy, former teammate Patrick Queen. How about that? What made you guys start a channel? Love the content, never miss a video. It's just want to get our point across, man. We always had vocal points about the Steelers. Used to talk to our friends about it.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? Let's start a channel. You know, let's
give it a shot, basically.
Yeah, let's just get our voices out there and talk about the Steelers. It's something we love to do, and let's get out to a, you know, just to express. It was our way of expressing it instead of expressing it into thin air. Let's just express it to an audience. And,
right.
You know, I mean, never thought I'd get this much. Almost 10K, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are amazing. Oh, my God. Jay Ajayi. Oh, that's a good one. Who remember 200 yards? God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, chucks it down to Kenyon Drake. Great catch, but he goes nowhere.
What about
after the pick, it's a 3-and-out by the Ravens.
What was his name? Alex Collins.
I remember that.
When he was a Raven and a Seahawk.
I remember that. Yeah. Wasn't that last year?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was last year.
I'm like, bro, it's
game.
like this man has our number.
Yeah. Who remembers when what was that Packers backup? It was Sunday night where we kicked the field goal at the end of the game.
Brent Hundley.
Thank you. Remember Brent Hundley? He threw for like 300 yards on us? Looked like a Hall of Famer.
That was in 2017.
58-yard attempt by Justin Tucker. We know he's going to make this right. Snap, hold, kick is up, and Justin Tucker is the most automatic kicker in NFL history. And honestly, he might be the greatest kicker in NFL history. I mean, come on.
See, like he knew.
Like, honestly, if you're a Ravens fan, or even if you're a football fan, you could, like, know it's like a 60-something yard field goal and it's the game winner, and you could already celebrate. Justin Tucker. I have never seen a more accurate kicker in my life.
Mr. Automatic. See, he knows.
He knows. Like, he's the
shit. He's the shit, man.
Tell you what, I respect Justin Tucker so much, but I hate going up against him. There's been many times where he's ended a Steelers-Ravens game with a field goal and we've lost.
Yeah.
One of the early ones I remember, who remembers the Thursday night game where Michael Vick started?
Yeah.
Ben went down versus, I believe it was the Rams a couple days before on Sunday. We won that Rams game. But then he got hurt due to a low hit. Mike Vick had to come in and was starting that game. We lost.
Yeah.
And I believe that was the first game in, I forget how many games, but it was the first game where AB actually had less than 50 yards receiving.
Yep.
Yep.
That was back when AB had, a leveled head.
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, he didn't really bitch at Vic from what I remember.
He didn't complain, but I mean, I believe AB was still always the way he was. Blake Bortles, yeah. In fact, I'll go another one, and he's probably the best player of all the names we've listed. Leonard Fournette, remember his rookie year? He torched us.
Yeah, he did.
Leonard Fournette,
and we got to go up against that motherfucker next week.
Leonard Fournette's still a great running back. He has great history against us, but my God, his rookie year, he torched us with the Jags.
We got to go up against him next week.
Yeah, we do. I think he's going to have a good game, man.
With our run D?
In fact, I might bet his over, to be real with you.
I don't know.
I always bet on the Steelers games. At least, I don't always win. In fact, I haven't won a Steelers bet yet. But
you bet on the Steelers game because you know what to expect.
Right.
It's easy.
Don says, I used to arch behind the steel curtain and stumbled across you guys in 2018. Never looked back. You call it how it is and aren't afraid to say when you're wrong. Yeah, that's how we are, man. That's how we've always been. That's how we always will be.
Yep, of course.
There's ways where we're wrong. There's ways where we are outrageous and, our opinions are just absolutely ridiculous. And we admit when we're wrong, but
yeah.
I'm also not afraid to call out whoever, whenever, when it calls for.
And in no way are we going to change our ways.
No.
Not for anyone, not for anything.
Nope. I'm a fan, okay? No one is immune to criticism. No one.
Yeah.
What's your score prediction against the Bucks next week? Jeez. 27-13, Bucks.
I'm going to say 30-10. I just don't know how we do against that Bucks defense.
I don't know. It's at home, so we have the home field advantage. But Brady, you're right, Jordan. Brady owns us. Unless the team changes its energy and its attitude, I don't see how we win a game until after the bye. And even then, it's still a little sus.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to watch, man.
I mean, shoot, the first time Brady faced the Steelers was actually in the AFC Championship game in 2001, not to bring up bad memories.
Oh, yeah.
But he was actually scared to go up against
yep.
our defense, our pass rush, and they actually took him out until Drew Bledsoe came in and won the Patriots the game.
Right.
Or was that 2000? No. Was that 2001? Yeah, it was 2001. That's what it was, yeah.
Right.
And
Tyler Boyd makes a man miss on 2nd and 9. It'll be a third.
And now Brady's got nobody to be scared of.
No. He's the best
we can't see T.J. Watt sack Tom Brady.
Oh, you're right. We can't.
He didn't even sack him in his rookie year. I don't think he did.
Oh, you're telling me T.J. Watt's never sacked Tom Brady?
He's never going to sack Tom Brady.
Oh, man.
And I highly doubt Brady plays any longer. I really do. So there's no hope for TJ to get a sack on the GOAT.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, they show blitz. Ravens show heavy blitz. And they do blitz. Burrow, clean pocket, throws deep, and that's way ahead.
That's a flag. That's a flag.
Sure.
Yeah.
They tripped Chase. It was still probably been overthrown, but yeah, that's interference.
At least initially it looked like it was PI. I'm going to assume it's PI.
Pass interference. Defense. Number on Marcus Peters. We will see the Steelers might prove people wrong by winning that game. You're right. I mean, hey, they proved me wrong before. But I'm not anticipating a dub. I'm not anticipating a dub until after the bye. Not until Watt comes back.
We'll see what happens.
We haven't won one game without Watt. Would you rather play Josh Allen and Tampa Bay at this point? I mean, Tampa Bay? I don't want to face Josh Allen again. Are you kidding me?
They kind of tripped on each other's feet. But at the same time, Peters was kind of like tugging at the Chase back of the jersey.
Right. Bro drops back, checks it down to
Mixon.
That
was close.
Mixon, man, miss. And he's taken down. About a 4-yard gain. Speaking of unknown players, watch Miami put an undrafted USFL quarterback against us. He finna throw for over 300 yards, probably. I think Tua will be back by then. Speaking of undrafted USFL quarterbacks, although he was a, what was that one league? There's USFL, AAF. Remember Garrett Gilbert? He had a good game against us when he was
the
Cowboys in 2020.
We almost lost to that guy.
We almost lose. Thank God for Minka.
Right.
Oh, did TJ sack Tom Brady in 2018? I'm not sure. Did he?
Did he sack him in 2017?
2018.
Was it 2018?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 2018.
It was 2018. So maybe he did.
I thought 2017. That's right.
No, because we did face him in 2017.
But
Jesse James caught that ball, but we faced him.
I forgot we faced him in 2018.
Yeah, that was the Joe Hayden game where he made the interception.
So we did sack him in there.
We took off for that.
That's right. Yeah, he did. Okay,
did.
my bad. That's my fault. I completely forgot about that.
Okay, good. He
That's
did.
bad on my part.
Yeah. So TJ did sack Tom Brady. Good.
That's bad on my part. There we go.
Don't change. That's the reason you got 10K and continue to grow a franchise. Yeah, absolutely, and that's the way we are, man. Appreciate the kind words, Don.
Yep, definitely.
Looks for Jamar Chase and just can't connect. Jamar Chase has been non-existent so far.
Yeah, and it doesn't help my fantasy.
I know.
Better wake the fuck up, Chase.
Great forgotten Steeler, Dwayne Woodworth. Yeah.
Yes, Dwayne Woodworth. He's actually a lawyer right now. Not a lawyer. He's a
lawyer?
A judge.
He's a judge.
Something like that.
Wow.
For a local Pittsburgh courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, electric. We do remember Travis Fulgham. Yep. Versus the Eagles. That was the Claypool and Fulgham game.
Yeah, well. Yep.
Yeah, look what they're both doing right now. Oh, man. They
just went up against some bad defensive backs at the time.
They did. They give it to P. Ryan, who gets 5 yards. It'll be a 3rd and short coming up. They are in field goal range, I believe, which gives them the ability to tie the game again. But T. Higgins is on the sideline. He's not coming onto the field for the 3rd down. In fact, what are the stats for this game? It seems like everyone's been quiet outside of, like, Duvernay.
Yeah, show the stats quick. Box score. There you go. Yeah, Lamar's done shit.
Yeah, Duvernay has 44 yards. Hayden Hurst is the leading receiver for the Bengals, 47 yards.
Yeah, Chase has 7 targets, but only 2 catches.
Yeah, and T. Higgins has 0 catches. 0 targets. Oh, too high for... No, P. Ryan caught it first down, but there's a flag. I thought it was a bobbed in the air by P. Ryan, but no, he caught it and gets a first down. But we'll see what the flag is, see if this play still stands. When we get TJ back, do you think we start playing good? Yes, I do. TJ is that impactful. Trey Norwood got worse from last year. Green got worse from last year. Moore got worse from no improvement. I agree that the lineman got worse, but I don't think Norwood got worse. His problem is he's not a natural safety. He had to start at safety because Edmonds was out, which goes to show you the importance of Terrell Edmonds. A lot of people don't want to admit it, but Edmonds has value on this starting defense. We should show a little bit more appreciation for Edmonds. And that's a first down for Cincinnati.
Yeah, it is. I think it was a penalty on
But
Baltimore.
we saw it versus the Chargers last year, too. Norwood is not a natural safety. He's a great slot dime guy.
And I went nowhere for Chase.
That's where he should be. I personally think he should see time over Millette. In my book. But they can't do that because Norwood's not a blitzing DB. Millette is. He fits the system more. And I do like Millette to a degree. And he earned a lot of my respect after what he said to the players today.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think Bray will beat Roman or will Cody beat Roman? I think Cody beats Roman.
Yeah.
If Bray beats Roman, I don't mind it because it's a new Bray.
And after all, Roman did take the title off Bray.
He did. Oh! Burrow feels the pressure, motions to the left, chips it down to Hayden Hurst for a couple yards. 3rd down coming up. Yeah, exactly. Millette is in a cover corner. He's not. He sucks in coverage. He's one of our worst, actually. But he's a good run defender and blitz guy.
Yes, he is.
He's a situational football player. But you can't market that with him because then that makes him easy to dissect for opposing offenses. Who should we want to win this game right now? I don't know. I suppose
I want to end in a tie.
the Bengals because we got the win over them. I don't know.
3rd and 5.
There's no shot, and it's incomplete, but there's a flag. That's clear pass interference.
Holy pass interference from the secondary.
And that is on the first rounder, Kyle Hamilton. And that'll be damn near at the 1 yard line. And it looks like the Bengals will just run this in with Mixon, as they should. That's a good matchup. It's just Hamilton, man. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's pushing him. Yeah,
he didn't have to have contact. Just put your hand up. I don't know why Spillane is in coverage anymore. They know. They're asking. The Steelers are asking to lose the second they put Spillane in coverage. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, play fake, and they give it to Hurst. Or the intended target was to Hurst, but there's no
flag.
completion.
No. There's not a flag either. That's what he's asking for it.
Najee versus Le'Veon Bell boxing match. Winner gets to start for the Steelers. Oh, Najee got it. I think Le'Veon Bell is a boxer. Isn't he boxing someone else now?
Yeah, I'm not going to watch.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not watching that Jake Paul and what's his face.
Yeah, he's on the undercard for that. I don't give a crap.
I missed that Millette. I missed what Millette said, and I heard what the live puppets from Firefly Funhouse will be a faction with Bray called the Wyatt Six. What do you think would be which puppet in your opinions? Well, first of all, they give it to Boyd, who gets sacked. They run a little trickery where Boyd was going to be the passer, but he found no one and is sacked by Marcus Peters.
That's actually a big loss.
That will be credited as a sack, I believe.
What the hell was Cincinnati doing?
I don't know. They're at the goal line. Run the ball. You got Joe Mixon, and you're running some stupid-ass trickery. What is you doing?
Yeah, Burrow wasn't open.
What are you doing, bro?
Get rid of it.
Bro, just
he didn't even see him.
Just run the ball, man.
He didn't even see him coming.
Why is it so hard for offenses to just run the fucking football? 3rd and goal. They give it to Chase, who gets back to the 1 yard line. He literally gets the yards back that they lost. It's 4th and goal. Will they kick the field goal and take the chip shot, or will they be aggressive? It looks like they're being aggressive. They are. The offense is staying on the field. It's still a 1-score game, and you can trust the defense. So I don't blame the coach for going for it here. I don't blame Zach Taylor whatsoever. 4th and goal. What will they have played up here? Mixon goes wide. They go empty. Burrow rolls out left. And he can't hit.
He went for a shuffle pass. He couldn't connect.
That's a rough play call, man. What are they doing?
They could have taken... I agree with going for it. They could have taken the field goal, tied the game. I agree with going for it.
What did he see there?
The formation, I mean, that was predictable.
So
that was just the way that they were in formation, and the way that they were prepared to go. The Ravens knew it was going to be a shuffle pass. They were prepared for that.
So because of the penalty by Kyle Hamilton, which put them at the 1.5 yard line, they don't run it once?
I don't get.
You have Joe Mixon, and you don't run it once when you're literally 4 feet from the end zone. What are the Bengals doing? They deserve to lose after that. That is silly. That's like watching Matt. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Chad. That's like watching Matt Canada call the plays.
That was bad.
I'm glad we're not the only ones. We're not alone in ridiculous play calling.
I agree with the decision Well, I like the decision that they made. Right. I don't like the play calling.
Me neither.
It was bad.
Patrick, we have the Chiefs winning tomorrow. As for Wyatt's faction, Diggs, yes, I did hear about the Wyatt 6. That's what the logo was at the end, the red circle. It's the Wyatt 6. It's his new faction. Rob mentioned it as soon as we seen the puppets that these are going to be human forms of the puppets. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm hearing Alexa Bliss could be Abby the Witch. I'm hearing Dexter Loomis could be a part of it. Maybe apparently Seth Rollins, maybe Liv Morgan. I don't know. One thing I know for sure about this Bray Wyatt thing is I don't know what to expect, but that's the exciting part. It's literally open-ended. It's so spread open to anything. I'm hyped to see what Triple H and Bray Wyatt got mixed, man.
Yeah.
Are you going to watch Roman versus Logan Paul? Yes, I am. I'm going to watch Crown Jewel. I will say this, man. I don't respect the Pauls. I don't like the Paul bros. I think they're pieces of shit. I think they're a disgrace to this generation. I think they're a reason for why this generation's so out of whack. However, I can't hate the way they make money. And I also got to commend Logan Paul for his wrestling ability. His match versus The Miz at SummerSlam was incredible. I enjoyed it. I marked when he hit that frog splash. He does not deserve a world title match, but I think he puts on a good performance versus Reigns. But every time I see that graphic, I'm like, are you serious? Like, that's just weird. Because as a teenager, okay, I watched Vine in 2013 through whenever Vine died, which was like 2015. I watched Vine during those years, okay, especially the early days. Logan Paul was one of the guys that really built his name off that platform. Logan Paul was building his name off that platform while Roman Reigns was eliminating the most guys in Rumble history. And now he gets a world title match versus that same guy? That's silly. But I'm still going to watch it. Yeah. I don't know what that Bengals call was. Scarlett, Loomis, Braun Strowman, Cross. I could see it.
Now, I saw on Twitter about...
Lamar throws it and it's incomplete. The intended target was Mark Andrews.
I saw that both Seth Rollins and Liv Morgan's profile picture are now just
blacked out.
It's just a black screen.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I don't know what that means. I find that to be incredibly odd. I don't know if they have ties with Bray Wyatt. That was my first thought because, it just makes sense. Or that's the only thing that can make sense to me. I don't understand why they'd be blacked out. I highly doubt they were hacked. Are they a part of it? Could they be a part of it?
I don't know, man.
Is Liv Morgan's sister Abigail like it was heavily rumored when Liv Morgan first left the Riot Squad?
I think so, but...
Is Seth Rollins a member of the Fun
Lamar,
House?
hits Mark Andrews!
And, it's a big gain.
That's a big gain on 3rd and 6. But one thing I know for sure is I just don't know what to expect. So
I don't know what to expect either. I'm just excited to see Bray back in WWE.
Same. I'm going into this open and hype. Yeah, I don't think Rollins is going to be a part of it. That makes no sense. Liv Morgan does. Rollins doesn't.
I just find it odd how he's blacked out, though. And he's supposed to wrestle for the United States Championship tomorrow.
He lost versus Riddle, so maybe he went black.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know, man. Maybe he's having
He lost to Cody 3 times. He didn't go black.
Maybe he's having another visionary moment. Remember? Where he went blacked out and then took out Ray's eye? I don't know. Bro. Anyway, Lamar Jackson runs this. And he'll get 7-8 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Tim Roman is going to beat... Roman is going to beat Logan. I don't know why WWE hasn't faced it for the titles if there are so many people better. I don't know. It's obviously for marketing and viewing reasons. It's a business move. It's still stupid. Twins, check Twitter DMs. I got you. Crazy to think we have number 1 pick in the draft. Right now, we do stand with the number 1 pick.
Yep.
How long that lasts, I don't know.
What down is it? 2nd and 3.
What the fuck?
2nd and 3. Lamar runs it. He literally hurdles over a teammate's legs and
gets a 1st down. Yeah, what was that 49ers coach doing on the sideline?
What 49ers coach?
Do you want to see it?
Do I want to see it? Oh! What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo!
He was clearly massaging something. It's a terrible camera angle.
Oh, the 49ers. That was Giants.
Oh, the Giants?
That looked like Niners to me. Was that Niners?
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the Giants. Excuse me. That was the Giants and Packers game. But
see, I had to look up. I didn't want to see that shit again.
Yeah, that was the Giants. Excuse me. I thought it was the Niners. But yeah, that's.
I need to see that.
He was massaging something. It was a bad camera angle, but yeah. I have.
Okay. I'm not seeing that ever again. And some typical Halloween Geico commercials.
Yeah, which is stupid.
You know, they advertise their product in comedic ways instead of, you know, like it's a car insurance thing. Like, what the hell?
Y'all got to scout Will Anderson as a beast. Oh, I know. Will Anderson's been the talk of the town for how many years now with Alabama?
Oh, yeah.
He arguably should have been what was it? It was some Aiden Hutchinson won last year. What was it? It was like Defensive Player of the Year or something for college. Honestly, I think it should have went to Will Anderson. I mean, Hutchinson had a great last year in college, but I mean, honestly, I think Will Anderson should have won it.
All right. Hey, he gets his shot this year, though. That's for sure.
He was also the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy winner, yeah. The only defensive player among 3 quarterbacks to be named a finalist, which, again, I think that Will Anderson should have been a part of that. I think Will Anderson has a higher ceiling than Hutchinson, but Hutchinson's great. Ike Taylor's the scout for the Steelers. I heard about that.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he just got hired or something?
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for Ike. Good for Swaggin. 29 career sacks in 3 seasons. That's impressive. That's incredible. It's a good thing that TJ is out for 2 more weeks because if you did bring him in, you are risking to tear the same pec again, then be done for the season, so he is going to be great after the bye. Yeah, wait till he's fully healthy. We have nothing to lose this year. There's no rush for TJ's return.
No.
Bring him back when he's fully healthy. Wait till the second half of the season. That's when he get fun. That's when he showed the potential that this team has for the future. You know what kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of when Jimmy G first got traded to the Niners and he went undefeated in his first couple games. And they showed that great potential. It took him a couple years to get fully healthy, to get to Super Bowl bound, but that's what it's going to remind me of. If this team shows that potential, it will remind me of the 49ers from a couple years ago.
Right.
Play fake. Lamar goes deep again. This time he connects with Mark Andrews on the sideline.
Good throw there.
First down. It's about a 15-yard gain for Andrews, having a great game. Wow.
It is the 4th quarter, by the way. You can switch it.
Yeah, you're right. It is the 4th quarter. In fact, 4th quarter actually just started.
Yeah, I went just right over Jermaine Pratt's hand.
It's a great throw. One of Lamar's few good ones.
And Lamar goes to throw again, except he's going to run it.
Oh, he's taken down quickly.
Yeah, his ankle was grabbed on.
Good trip up by Carter. Hey, SteelTwins, been watching you guys since 2020. Been watching you ever since. And it's been the best Steelers content for me to watch. Can't wait to see you guys hit 10K. Says, it's Tyler. It's Tyler. I appreciate the comment.
Yes, of course.
Really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys sticking with us for a long time, man. That's awesome.
They thank you all so much for being our friend.
I get it.
We're wearing the Boucher jerseys. I mean, why the hell not?
How's Hans Ward doing in the XFL? I've heard nothing about XFL so far. Well, he's the head coach for the, I think it's the San Antonio team, which I have made it known. I am a San Antonio fan for the XFL because my boy Hans Ward is the head coach. So I'm a San Antonio fan.
I know Rod Woodson's a head coach too.
Yeah.
I can't remember what team.
I forget what team, but I know Hans Ward is a San Antonio coach. So I am a San Antonio fan because my boy Hans Ward is the coach there.
Okay. I could join you with San Antonio, but I might go with Rod Woodson's team.
Do what you want.
I might go with Rod Woodson's team.
Do what you want. Squanchy says he's been here since 2010. If we continue losing and we do have no one pick, who would y'all take? I mean, if Will Anderson's there, it's kind of hard to take. Or kind of hard to not to take. I'm still going to go with O-line or corner. Lamar throws it to Mark Andrews again for a first down. That was on 3rd and 7.
His number one target.
But Will Anderson at number one is just hard not to take. He's arguably the number one pick right now. I mean, I know the quarterback's going to be there, but obviously we don't need a quarterback.
No.
But honestly, if we have the number one pick, I'm trading back. I'm getting more because teams are going to want that pick.
Yeah, you're getting more picks. And you get more picks and you add more to the team.
Right.
That's what a lot of these rebuilding teams have done a lot of.
Yeah. So I'm trading that number one pick and getting many picks back. Yes, Electric. We do remember Travis Fulgham in 2020. Yeah, that was the Claypool-Fulgham game versus Eagles.
Yeah.
We have a Raven down.
That we do. Shoot.
That's not good.
And we got 12:35 left in the game.
We need someone. We need to draft someone late that will return as good as Ray. I like what I saw from Sims. We didn't see much, but at least seen him muff a punt or fumble the punt. Let's see a little bit more of Sims. Let's see what he's got. But keep in mind, man. Let's get Calvin Austin in there. Once he gets in there, maybe he sees some time as a return specialist. He's shifty. He's speedy.
Mm-hmm.
Game's on commercial break, but there you have it. 13-10 so far in the fourth quarter, man. Ravens driving down the field pretty nicely. I seen that.
Imagine that. What the hell?
Who play Thursday Night Football? That is the Commanders and Bears, unfortunately.
Oh,
a game I would like to skip by, but
since we are in the AFC North War Room,
what?
Former Brown Baker Mayfield was apparently spotted after today's loss to San Francisco in a walking boot.
Oh, well, who's their backup?
Well, you said Sam Darnold's on IR.
So is Matt Corral.
So I couldn't tell you. Is it Garrett Gilbert?
What? No.
I don't know if he went back there or what. I can't tell you.
Let me check. Who's the Carolina Panthers backup? Panthers backup is P.J. Walker, of course.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, their quarterback situation is so freaking bad right now. It's hysterical. Like Tomlin lives in his fears? Yes, he does. He did today. Rod Woodson is coaching the Las Vegas team in the XFL.
Oh, Vegas?
Vegas, yes.
All right, Vegas. All right.
Vegas.
I'll bet on you.
What's up, fellas? Man, I don't know. Think I've seen the Steelers taking a beating like that in my entire time as a fan. I remember one time, it was the Eagles game in 2015.
When was Wentz drafted?
Wentz's rookie year. I think it was 15. No, it was 16.
2016.
2016, yeah. And that's caught by Devin Duvernay. It'll be about near the first down mark. It might be just short.
Yeah, I don't think he got it.
Yeah. Also, Garrett Gilbert's on the Pats? Is he really?
Oh. Yeah, I would assume he's the backup to Zapp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed that, Patrick. Yeah, Tyreek Hill is spotted in the walking boot, too. Yeah. The Dolphins are just suffering injuries everywhere now.
Yeah.
Their starters hurt. Their backups hurt. Their top receivers hurt. They give it to Kenyon Drake, who just fights for yardage.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flag on the play, so we'll see where this stands. Hey, what's up, Anthony? He says, first time in y'all's stream, what do y'all talk about? Well, I mean, we just talk about, obviously, you see Steelers. We've been talking about Steelers the majority of the stream, but it's the AFC North War Room, so it's the Ravens and Bengals game right now where it's 13-10, and that's holding on the Carter on the Bengals, so that'll that'll put the Ravens a little more ahead on the field. We just talk about an assortment of things around football and just stuff like that.
Yeah.
This draft is going to be a defensive draft and O-line depth. It might be. I'd make it primarily offensive line and for depth purposes as well because we need depth on the line. And that's bad in the air. And nearly it was bad. Did Pratt have a chance to bring that down?
I don't know. I didn't really get a good eye on the ball. For a moment, I thought Lamar had the ball back. And he ran it. That's not the case because it's 2nd and 10.
Pratt.
Yeah, it was up in the air. Lamar was running up towards it, and he just made sure that Pratt couldn't hold it down.
It was just out of reach. Just out of reach. Yeah, just out of reach.
Yeah, so 2nd and 10 right now. They're at the 16-yard line.
No, we're not trading Pickett. That's silly. We're not the Cardinals.
Yeah, what? That's out of the question.
Lamar will run this for about 2-3 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 7 coming up. Third and 6, excuse me. The season hasn't been great, but the future is bright for this team. Can't wait to see it evolve in the coming future. Yeah. I can't wait to really see it go off in the second half of the season, hopefully when the full team's healthy and Pickett's a little more under center.
Yep.
They go empty here, do the Ravens. Try to increase the score. Give it to 80, and I believe that's Isaiah Likely. Is that going to be a first? He might be just short.
He's likely short of the first down.
Clever, Rob. Clever call.
It's 4th down.
Agreed. The future is definitely bright. We've been able to sustain winning seasons for so long. It just feels odd, but we will definitely bounce back. Yeah.
You're right. It definitely does feel odd.
It just happens with football.
You're definitely right.
And ultimately, our time of that has come now. So.
Okay, it's 4th and inches. They still have the offense on the field. If I'm Baltimore, I'm sneaking it. Just get the first.
Well, they're going to center here with Mark Andrews. And
what?
Flag is thrown. Is that delay a game? I think that's a delay game
as Tucker comes onto the field.
Yeah, so it's a delay game on the Ravens, and thus they will just kick the field goal.
Yeah, they try to get him offside.
There you go there. If you guys ever have time, check out Into the War Room. They don't have exclusive Steelers content, but most days, yeah. No, they did not sign Duck Hodges, no. I mean, it's probably in best interest they do, but Duck just retired. So, I mean, I think he's done with football. 59 straight field goals made in 4th quarter, and this is a chip shot. So, I mean.
Number 60, here he comes.
25-yard field goal is automatic. And there you have it. 16-10. Bengals still have a chance. Under 10 minutes left, but they have a chance. Have you all realized there's almost been more concussion injuries than last season in the NFL? Yeah, they've been very much more rapid.
Yeah, ever since Tua's injury, at least to my, me paying attention.
Yeah.
It's happening to almost every team every week.
It happened to Pat today. It happened to Levi Wallace.
It happened to not Tyreek Hill, Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
It happened to Naheem Hines last Thursday.
They got to do something about this because all these concussions happening these past couple weeks is very concerning. Especially at the height of this Tua news.
I know.
Would rookie Ben lose to Buffalo by 5 touchdowns? No. No, but if you're thinking that Kenny is Ben, then you need to lower expectations. Ben's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
There's a difference from
not every rookie quarterback can have a Ben season.
There's a
big
difference with Pickett with this team than when Ben had that team.
Yeah.
When Ben had that team was ready.
That team was different.
That team had the number 1 defense. That team had an offensive line. That team had a running game. That team had a great coaching staff.
Yeah. That team with Ben in his rookie year is nothing like the team we have today. Because
everything that Ben had, there is nothing representing
what we show today.
No.
Not even a little bit. That's like last year, right? When we made the playoffs as the 6th seed. Oh, this is like 2005 with Jerome Bettis. We're going to send Ben out on top like we did Bettis. I'm thinking to myself, where's this team? Where in this team? Where in the 2021 team do you see 2005? There's none of that. They're not the same in any way possible.
Nope.
Any way possible. Not in the mood, not in the morale, not in the attitude, not in the competitiveness, not in the culture.
Nope.
No.
Major difference.
Right. Worst part is that we can't truly build till we find our franchise offensive coordinator. Well, it's kind of hard to have an actual franchise offensive coordinator because every good coordinator in the league gets a head coach job.
Yeah.
Unless your name's Eric Bieniemy and he's with the Chiefs for a number of years, which I don't understand why. But at least have an offensive coordinator that can build the team, that can have proper play calling and give these guys a little more freedom and use these guys to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the guys on the offense need to be playing better in every aspect.
Yep.
All right, kickoff, touchback. I compare Pickett mostly to Dan Marino. I see why you say that. I think that's still a high asking price for Pickett, but I see why you say that. As a Steelers fan, can he finna be like Trevor Lawrence rookie season? And look at Lawrence now. He's having a very good season. See if the Bengals can come back. I really miss Travis Bryant. What could have been? That's one of the biggest what ifs, man. That's one of the biggest wonders in NFL history for me is what could have been with Martavis Bryant, man. That's a shame. That is an absolute shame. They give it to Mixon.
Oh, now you want to give it to Mixon.
That's the edge. He breaks a tackle and continues to fight for yards. Breaks off the tackle from Peters. 2nd down coming up. What the hell? TJ should be back when we face Saints, I think. He should be. He should be ready by then. That's after the bye. He's eligible to turn off IR like any time if he wanted to as a roster spot. But if he's not ready, they're not going to bring him back off IR yet. That's just wasting a roster spot. Granted, the guy that places TJ Watt already doesn't do anything. They give it to Mixon again. He gets a 1st down and more. And more.
Oh, and he gets taken down.
Hard runner, man. You got to respect the way Mixon runs. That's a running back. Why did everyone make fun of Kenny's small hands? I don't know. I don't know why people do that. That's not an issue. You've seen Joe Burrow. He has small hands. His hand size is 1/2 an inch larger than Pickett's. I don't understand why that's a complaint.
What was it, 1st and 10? Yeah.
Snap from Burrow. Burrow looks.
Deflected, yep.
Batted down by 97. Is that Brian Urban?
Brent Urban.
There you go, Brent Urban.
Yeah, number 97 for Baltimore. Gets his hand up there.
Yep.
Knocks it down.
We batted it straight down. Bengals' run was during a Lamar season-ending injury from TJ, and no Brady in AFC. Also an aging Big Ben. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I mean, the Bengals have a Super Bowl hangover. I'm not saying they're exposed. I'm not saying their season was a fluke last year, but he goes deep and it's incomplete.
Nope. There's tight coverage anyway on Humphrey to chase, but there's a flag.
There's a flag. Yeah, I'm not saying last year's season for the Bengals was a fluke, but right now they're not the same team from last year.
Holding defense.
Holding on the you can't do that, man. You're blowing it.
That was on. That's
Demarius Williams? Demarion? Nonetheless, Williams. Number 22, the slot guy.
That's on Tyler Boyd.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
He's bear hugging him.
We got almost 8 minutes left into the game. Ball's at the 47-yard line.
P. Ryan Hill fight for another 5. 8 minutes and counting. The clock is ticking for the Bengals. They're driving down. A little help from the Ravens secondary with the injuries. That'll put them damn near midfield.
Second and 5. Or second and 6.
Snap out empty. Screen pass, Jamar Chase. Gets the first. That's all they need. Down to the 40. Trying to strip the ball is Geno Stone. Former late round pick out of Iowa State, I believe. But that's a first nonetheless for Chase. Burrow also did get injured his rookie year. He did. Torn ACL, and he came back and was comeback player of the year, I believe. Who is our best offensive lineman currently? Probably James Daniels.
Probably. Mason Cole hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, Mason Cole's been solid. Chuck's has been decent. But I'll probably give it to Daniels.
And they
give it to Mixon. He spins out of 2 defenders, and he will fight for extra yardage. See, they're burning the clock a little bit as well. They're getting down the field, getting first downs, but burning the clock. Players are never the same after they come back from a surgery. Let's just hope TJ is the exception. Yeah. I mean, Burrow came back pretty fine. Of course, Peyton Manning, and granted, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning came back from what was supposed to be a career-ending injury and had the best season of his career. But with a defensive player and stuff like that, that is still very concerning. Although it was a minor injury. It was a minor knee injury. He should be good. It's TJ Watt. Burrow caught by Chase. That'll be right near the first down mark, about a yard shy. Third down coming up. 6 minutes under left. Hope TJ doesn't end up like his brother, injury prone. I know, that's my concern. He does have an injury or so every season. That's a concern. He's getting older, but let's hope he doesn't get to that point. 5:30 and counting. 3rd and 1. You got to get 1 yard. They're in field goal range, but I don't know if you could settle with that. Play fake. Burrow checks it down. Boyd, first down. Makes a defender miss. And he'll get down to the 22-yard line.
And again down the field.
And 5 minutes are left in this game. Bewick, what's up, man? What jerseys are those that you're wearing? It's Bobby Boucher of the Bourbon Bowl, Mud Dogs. It's not a Bengals jersey. I didn't think of the color when I picked it out, but it's not a Bengals jersey.
No.
It's a Bobby Boucher jersey. I bought it back in Pittsburgh. We both did, so we thought we sported tonight. Give it to Mixon. Runs into a sea of Ravens, but
it's a gain. It's a gain of 4.
4:30 left. They are draining the clock, going down the field very methodically. You guys believe when Tomlin said there would be changes? I highly doubt. See, with Tomlin, man, I don't know. Like, sometimes he means it, sometimes he doesn't. He changed the punt returner. He changed the quarterback, so maybe he's serious. I don't know. Time will tell. But sometimes when Thomas says it, it's all talk, no action. So, I mean...
Yeah. We'll see if he actually means it. We can only tell from the Bucs game next week.
Yeah. Checks it down. Tackle immediately is Mixon. Pretty much no game. 3rd down coming up. 3:50 left. The clock is running quick. Third and 5. I don't understand why Joe Mixon is allowed to be in the NFL. He literally knocked a woman out at a bar. A couple players have done that.
I forgot all about that situation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And he throws it towards Chase. Chase caught it! Within the 5-yard line, it'll be 1st and goal.
And he was tackled inbound, so the clock's still going to go down.
Right, 3:10 and counting. But he did catch that, and that is a 1st and goal coming up. NFL award predictions. MVP is Josh Allen. Coach of the year is Nick Sirianni. Now, this could all change because, anything could change in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the year is Saquon Barkley. Offensive player of the year is Jalen Hurts. Defensive player of the year is Micah Parsons. I'll probably say that. They give it to Mixon. Mixon punches it in. But they mark him short.
I don't know about that. I think he got it.
I don't know about that either. Do you think Muth should think about retiring with concussions? He might have to. Those are serious.
Yeah.
It ruined Ladarius Green's career. I was really worried.
Okay, he's short. He's short. Damn, just short.
I was really worried about Muth's concussions from last year affecting him in the future.
Yeah.
I was really worried about it. I said it quietly, but here he is, man. I hope that's not the case. And they're going to go to the 2-minute warning. Here we go, guys. This is home stretch here for each team.
And back to Frymuth.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to be in concussion protocol. I don't even know if he gets cleared. And at that point, do you clear him? Do you want to risk that?
No, you don't risk it. You want to know why?
Even if he is cleared, do you risk throwing him out there just a week after suffering that hit?
No.
I don't know if I would. This is his 3rd concussion, and this is just his 2nd year.
I don't rush him because of the concussions. And what do you got to lose?
And Zach Gentry, he showcased how good of a backup he is.
And let's see more of Hayward.
Yeah, let's see Hayward as well.
If Pat's out, yeah, it sucks, but it's for, precautionary reasons. It's for a good reason.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did you buy that Palomalo jersey, or did he sign that at the stadium for you? I wish. If he signed that for us at the stadium, man, I wish. No, we bought it off of Pristine Auctions. And I got it for a good price, and we had to frame it.
Yep.
Ben was a franchise quarterback. He raised the level of the Steelers. I'm saying that if we get a top 5 pick, there's a couple franchise quarterbacks to be had. Bryce Young is not getting picked towards the bottom. No, he's not, but I'd rather keep Pickett, who's in the system, who the Steelers know better than any quarterback from not only this past draft class, but this upcoming draft class, than pick someone that's unproven.
Right.
I'm not doing that. The Raiders could be a Super Bowl team if their players can stop getting arrested. They could be a Super Bowl team if the coaching staff would stop being stupid. Or if the Raiders would stop being the Raiders.
I don't trust the Raiders.
Me neither.
That's not based on the players, because they got all the freaking talent in the world. It's Josh McDaniels, dude.
Yeah.
He's not a head coach.
No, he's not. He sucks, actually.
He's an offensive coordinator. And that's what he is. That's what he needs to be his entire freaking career.
Right. All right, we're back for commercial. 2-minute warning. 16-10. It's 2nd and goal. Bengals could tie it and then take the lead here if they score, which gives Lamar 2-minute offense. They go into center. I'd anticipate a play action. Oh, he sneaks it!
And
Burrow!
Looks like he made it. And it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. They got it.
He sneaks it, but that's a lot of time left for the Ravens, man. Almost a full 2 minutes.
Yeah, have a tight end right behind him, help him push.
Man, more teams should do that. Lamar's ready. Remember, Ravens are at home.
Ravens should have a touchdown lead here.
They should.
If Lamar didn't miss 2 wide open targets.
Yeah, deep targets, couple of them.
You guys don't know what you're doing with the play clock.
No,
Holy gee, this happens all damn day.
I'm looking at the play clock and it says there's 7 seconds taken off. I'm like, he sneaked it. There's no way a sneak took 7 seconds. So the Ravens will have a full damn near 2 minutes to try to take the lead back, and they have the best kicker in football, and they have all 3 timeouts. I like the Ravens' chances here. Yeah, they left too much time. I like the Ravens' chances here. We'll see, man. We'll see. Can the Bengals defense make a play, or will the Ravens get the win and take first place in the AFC North? But first of all, McPherson needs to make this to take the lead.
There's a snap.
He missed it. Oh, he made it. He just made it. Oh, my God. That was close.
He just made it. That was so close.
That was close.
I thought it was going to hit the upright.
Me too. My goodness, was that close. You can't get any closer than that.
As they show a slow-mo replay, it edges just in.
Ooh.
Right over the top.
No way.
Right over the top.
He almost pulled a, what was that game? It was Texas A&M, and was it, what game was Arkansas, I think? I forget what game, where the kicker kicked the field goal, which would have given them the lead, and hit literally the top of the upright. It was a couple weekends ago. It literally hit the top of the upright, and it cost them the game.
Yeah.
You can't get any closer than that than hitting the top of the upright. He hit it right over. Wow.
And it just edged right in. That was close. I haven't checked my fantasy all day. How the hell am I doing?
Me neither. I haven't checked my fantasy either.
Okay, well, I won that one. I won that one by a long shot.
I gotta check my fantasy as well.
See, look at Miles Sanders. Like, someone want to explain this to me?
Every time you start him, he does nothing. Every time you bench him, he does something. I was there last year, and I took him over James Robinson.
Dude, screw Miles Sanders. I'm sorry. For fantasy purposes.
Well, in this league, I'm losing by 7 points, and I sat Gabe Davis. Oh. So I need Travis Kelce to get me.
Oh, what do I do?
At least 7 points.
You know what the thing is, Dan? I still have Travis Kelce tomorrow.
Yeah. I think I won this league. I think I won this spot. Thankfully, I started Cortland Sutton over JK. Look at this. I won that. And thankfully, I started Cousins over A-Rod. I won that. Fournette had a great game. Barkley had a good game. Jefferson had a great game. Diggs had a great game. Everett didn't do a goddamn thing, but that don't matter.
Oh, okay. All right. For this matchup, it's really close. And look, he's got Mark Andrews. And they're about to get on the field. Andrews already has 19 points.
Ooh. I think I might win every matchup, man.
Chase only has 12 points, to which that pisses me off. I'll take it, but I know he should do more. He hasn't had 100 yards since us.
Right.
He hasn't had a touchdown since the Jets.
Tell you what, man. I think I'm gonna win every matchup this week. I've had a rough past 2 weeks where I've lost each matchup, so here I am now.
And
Keely Ringo to Pitt. Imagine that. Imagine Keely Ringo to Pitt.
And I have Darren Waller tomorrow, to which he's pissing me the fuck off. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if any of you guys have Darren Waller in your fantasy lineups, but he's been pissing me off.
Yeah, I know.
A contract extension, and he ain't showing up. And I won that one. So, I won 2 of them, and I'm projected to win another one, but it's like real close.
Right.
Real close. Just as close as McPherson making this field goal.
Yeah.
Just over the top.
Anthony says, I would like to thank TJ Hawkinson for my 14.6 points. That's good from a tight end. Going against the Ravens, and they only need 3 points. Is always unsettling with Justin Tucker kicking. Yeah, I love the Ravens' chances here. They have full 2 minutes. They tip it down to Andrews, who
of course they would.
Gets yardage, but he's tackled inbounds when Mike Kelton, the clock's running.
There's no huddle. No huddle.
Even though the Ravens have all the time in the world and 3 timeouts and the greatest kicker in football right now and probably of all time.
When it's all said and done in history.
Yeah, you gotta love their chances. 2nd and 3. Snap. Chucks it down to Andrews. Again, they're just being
He's
smart.
going to give it to Andrews.
They're smart. They have all the time in the world. There's no rush. The Bengals gave them too much time. In fact, what I think they did is they wasted too much time on that last drive. They wasted too much time.
And Lamar, he's being pressured.
Escapes the sack. He will run it, and he'll get about 4 or 5 on the ground. Clock keeps ticking. A minute 5 left. They're almost at midfield. And I think the Ravens will call the first time out, as they will.
And Harbaugh is arguing with the ref about something. As I highlight Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
His incomplete pass to Duvernay.
And then the same one to Wallace, where he had someone wide open in the flat. This was 4th down against Wallace.
Those are surefire touchdowns, man.
Easy touchdowns if he's playing quarterback.
He's like, damn, I know. Like he knows he should have connected it.
Is Lamar Jackson going to renew his contract? Yeah, absolutely. The Ravens are going to pay him.
Yeah, they're not letting him go.
No,
they're not letting Lamar.
They
go.
should pay him. I mean, I think it's outrageous what quarterbacks are making nowadays, but you have to pay to keep. So he should get paid
at this point. Yeah, they're not letting Lamar go. They're going to give the guy his money.
Right.
Even if that's not how they do business, they're not just going to let Lamar walk.
Oh, God, look at these blown leads. 21 versus the Dolphins, 17 versus the Bills, and now 10 tonight versus the Bengals.
And that's a problem with the Ravens and John Harbaugh.
They're conservative.
Yeah, very.
And in fact, Harbaugh has bigger balls than brains, but that's not a good thing because that's cost them many games in the past.
Well, they're at the 45-yard line on their side. With 1 minute, 6 seconds. They didn't use a timeout.
Oh, so they didn't? Okay, so it must have been a penalty. My fault. 1 minute, 10 seconds.
So they're going to add 10 seconds, so it's going to be 1:16 then.
Really?
1:16. My math's fucked.
Oh, 12 minutes on the field. Okay. So the play didn't even count.
So it's 1:10, not 1:16.
I don't know why they let the full play develop before calling the penalty, but okay. Either way, 1st and 10. First and 5, 1:10 left. Lamar will take the read option. He'll run it 1st down.
He's got a lot of blockers ahead of him.
Sideline, and he's tackled down at the 35.
Big run, big run.
They are officially under 1 minute.
Take your time, guys. Why am I saying it like I'm rooting for them? Fuck them.
I know. Simple read option. Lamar Jackson, man. Using his best ability, his legs, he trips over Duvernay, but he gets the first.
Yeah, Hubbard got faked.
And the Bengals will call the first time out.
Yeah, they're making sure that, they have some time.
Yeah. They wasted too much time on that last drive. Now they're trying to conserve as much time as possible. But the Ravens are probably just going to run the ball and kill the clock. But at the same time, when they run the ball that's so effective, they can get a first down easy, which means they can drain as much clock as possible, kick a game-winning field goal as time expires, man.
We got 56 seconds left. 1st and 10. Ball's at the 36-yard line. That's plenty of field goal distance for Tucker, but they run the ball. And it's a gain of 4 maybe at most.
And Bengals will take their second time out. Even if they make a stop here on 2nd down and use their last time out, they're still going to waste a whole 40 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for the Bengals, man. I think the Ravens are going to clinch this.
And Tucker's just warming up, getting ready. He can do this with his eyes closed.
Yep. Yes, he can.
Well, 2nd and 6.
We go 2 running back set here. Fake the Drake, and then, of course, Lamar will take on the read option.
And he's just shy of the first down marker.
And the Bengals will waste their final timeout. You cannot like their odds right now unless a miracle happens. It's 3rd and 1. They can make the first, drain the clock, or the Bengals make a stop, or the Bengals make a stop, but the clock keeps running because there's no way they're passing the ball here. You simply run the ball, drain the clock. It's not looking good for the Bengals. Yeah, of course they're going to use Lamar. They're going to use his best asset right here to finish the game. They know how to use Lamar, man.
Third and 1.
They will run it. Lamar takes the ball. He gets the first.
He just got it.
But that will just continue to drain the clock. We'll see if the Ravens want to get closer or if they'll just bring on Tucker. It doesn't matter if he gets closer because Tucker's automatic. You might as well put this as a dub for the Ravens right now. Clock's running under 30 seconds. They're going to drain the clock all the way down to 1 second and then probably bring out Tucker. No, they're going to drain the entire clock. Harbaugh's going to drain the whole clock.
Yeah, he don't play around.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, timeout. And here comes Justin Tucker.
24 for 25 on lead-changing field goal attempts.
He's only missed 1 field goal when it comes to clutchness.
That is 2nd in NFL history.
3 seconds left.
And there's no chance to ice him either.
No, there's not. There's no choice. So you either got to hope that anything bad happens, whether that's a missed snap, a mishold, Tucker slips, maybe there's a block, or Tucker just misses it.
It's a 43-yard field goal attempt.
The Bengals got to hope for anything.
Justin Tucker to take the win.
43 yards. Snap, hold, kick. Tucker.
Down the middle.
Like there was any doubt. And the Ravens win, and they advance to 3-2 and take first place in the AFC North. Like there was any doubt.
And there you have it, guys. 19-17, the Baltimore Ravens win.
And that will conclude the first edition of the AFC North War Room for the regular season. Hope to do more of these in the future for sure when we have the time to do so. Like tonight was a perfect time since it's prime time. AFC North matchup. We'll see what the next AFC North War Room is going to be. We'll let you guys know in the community tab as well as we'll have it in the upcoming scheduled streams on the channel. Otherwise, I think we'll close that for tonight, man. So for all those that joined us late tonight for the Sunday night game, we appreciate every single one of you for joining us, for chatting with us, for talking more Steelers, talking all around the NFL and a little bit of wrestling and this and that. So always loved, always appreciated. And you guys have a great rest of your night. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And let's make this week a strong week as we, the Steelers, get ready for
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady to show up once again in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field.
Exactly. So we'll see what the team does. But you guys enjoy your guys' week. Make it a good one. And
we'll see you then.
See you then, man. So Rob, sign us out.
And like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!